Good morning and welcome to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It is a Tuesday morning and right off the bat, I know there's so much going on outside, but for the next 3 hours, let's bring you some inspiration. That's continuing putting the spotlight on women this Women's Month, and we are looking forward to Women's Day tomorrow. Now, first up this morning, we understand what pink tax is, or do we understand what pink tax is? We're going to run you through and how the discriminating gender-based pricing affects women. We're going to delve a little bit deeper into that to really get you a proper understanding. Then we're also going to meet female farmer Ayanda Zulu, who is changing the norms of the agricultural industry, and that, my friend, is very, very inspirational. Then also finally, we're going to be meeting the Minister of Menstruation, Candace Chirwa, who is challenging men to experience the pains of periods, something that women experience every single month. And she put one very famous radio DJ through his paces as well, and we can't wait to connect with him to find out how that whole experience went down as well. Then from an entertainment point of view this morning, we bring you the ever so talented Jonathan Rocksmith. He's back with his very popular show, Key Change. He's always such a vibe to have in studio, so we can look forward to 3 epic performances from him. We're also going to be jumping into that kitchen with some inspiring recipes as well. So it's really going to be a feel-good Tuesday. Let's get it started. Let's say good morning to my man Graham and see what's happening out there on social media.
Good morning, Sunshine. First of all, thanks for reminding us it's a Tuesday. You know you're on shaky ground when you need to be reminded of that. No, we're well aware of how crazy the world seems right now here in South Africa. So our hearts, our minds are definitely with you out there. Stay safe today. But we're all about that insulated, safe place in our studio, in your home today. For the next 3 hours, we're going to offer nothing but love and care. And I've got an important question to ask you guys. So I was fortunate enough to grow up as a boy child in an all-female family. So I've learned some lessons along the way. And you can imagine with a mouth that never stops working like this, learning when to shut up is a very difficult thing. But possibly you can give us gents some tips, but most importantly, share with your sisters some tips on how to get through the difficult days when it's that time of the month and you need a little extra TLC, some love and care, and you're just feeling it. What do you do to take care of yourself? How do you show yourself that love? We'd love to hear from you this morning. It's The Vibe today. It's a Health Tuesday, and we are focused on you being as healthy and happy and stress-free as possible today. So stick around for the next 3 hours and keep that conversation going on all of our social media pages. Hashtag Expresso Show is the hashtag to use. But let's give you some major talking points, get into the news, and then I'll delve into that sports and some weather.
Thank you so much, Graham. Let's get you into those official duties this morning. It is 3 minutes past 6 o'clock. Now, in your national news this morning, law enforcement officers have arrested 68 people linked to the ongoing violence and taco taxi strike in the Western Cape. Now, Cape Town's Mayoral Committee member for Safety and Security, JP Smith, confirmed that 4 Golden Arrow buses and 4 private vehicles were set on fire. Incidents were also confirmed of a shooting at the Philippi train station. On the access road to the Cape Town International Airport, a man was shot and killed and 3 were wounded. They were suspected of being involved in stone throwing, and a motorist subsequently fired at them. And meanwhile, Cape Town's Mayor Jordan Hill-Lewis has condemned the ongoing taxi violence. He said yesterday, and I quote, "We will not negotiate with a literal gun to our heads. Now, there can be no further discussions until their violence stops." Now, he stressed that the rule of law was not up for negotiation. 27 schools had to close yesterday, and over 456,000 learners and over 17,000 staff members couldn't get to their schools. Meanwhile, Santaco's chairperson in the province, Mandla Hermanus, maintains that the violence is being fueled by protesters and not by members of Santaco. Then over to international news this morning. Niger's coup leaders have closed the country's airspace until further notice, citing the threat of military intervention from their neighbors. Now, this comes after the ECOWAS group of West African states had demanded President Mohamed Bazoum be reinstated by Sunday. ECOWAS had warned that the junta could face military action, and they will now meet on Thursday to discuss next steps. Meanwhile, Mali and Burkina Faso, both also ruled by military juntas, have said that they will send officials to Niger in solidarity. And with Women's Day being celebrated tomorrow comes the news that the World Health Organization has called on employers to make their workplaces breastfeeding friendly. Now, the WHO made the call as the Breastfeeding Awareness Week ended, and this week was aimed at raising awareness on breastfeeding and its advantages. Now, the WHO's Officer for Newborn, Child and Adolescent Health in South Africa, Dr. Sitembile Dlamini Nkaketo, says there are many benefits of breastfeeding. Dlamini Nkaketo urges families and employers to support mothers who are breastfeeding. And we end with this story. A small food outlet at a fuel service station in Chatsworth has just been crowned the Bunny Chow King in the SA Bunny Chow Barometer Challenge, which was held in Durban this weekend. Now, the prize, a whopping 50,000 Rand for a store makeover. Now, Bunny Chow, just in the event that you are maybe not aware, is an Indian SA favorite fast food consisting of a hollowed out half white bread loaf served with a curry filling, either vegetarian beans or some type of meat. And winner Gregory Naidu says he's immensely proud that his outlet won with this signature dish, and we love it. And of course, the customers are flocking in to taste the winning Bunny Chow all sing its praises heaven high. Congratulations, my friend. I love that. Definitely a story to put a smile on our faces amidst all this craziness happening out there. That's your news headlines for the 6 o'clock bulletin. We'll get into it at 7 o'clock once again. Right now, let's get a first take on our sports with Graham.
High-stakes sports at the moment. Let's start with football. Thank you, Ewan. And we dive right in with the FIFA Women's World Cup, and in a remarkable display, the Matildas have secured their spot in the quarterfinals of the FIFA Women's World Cup. Maybe buoyed by their female performance in the netball this week. Well, in an unexpected turn, Caitlin Foord, she found the net at the 30-minute mark, easing Australia's initial tension. The victory was then sealed by Hayley Rasso's commanding strike in that second half to seal that deal. So the next challenge awaits now, facing either Morocco or France in Brisbane this coming Saturday. I think a lot of us hoping for the African connection to come out tops. Now we turn to cricket with another Australian connection, and Australia have chosen Mitchell Marsh as the new T20 captain for their South African tour, stepping in as cover for Pat Cummins as he recovers from a wrist fracture, but should be ready for the World Cup, thankfully. So Marsh will lead in the initial 3 T20 matches post Aaron Finch's retirement. And notably, Mitchell Starc, Josh Hazelwood and Cameron Green and David Warner all being rested, which does bode well for us. And that T20 series commences on August the 30th, so not too long to wait now. Likewise, not too long to wait for the Rugby World Cup in France. And let's look at some of the permutations. Let's start with England. And England coach Steve Borthwick's 33-player Rugby World Cup squad revealed a surprising absence: Henry Slade. So despite being a key figure in the team's journey to the finals 4 years ago and featuring in 30 of the last 37 tests, Slade was edged out by Joe Marchant. Now, Wales outplayed England 29 in their previous game, but Marchant's performance definitely did stand out, and that's got him the nod. So in Group D, England will encounter Argentina, Japan and Samoa, and Chile in a seemingly very favourable World Cup draw segment. Now let's stay on that tip and turn to the box at 2:30 p.m. today. Springbok coach Jacques Nienaber is set to unveil that 33-player squad bound for France, geared to safeguard the Webb Ellis Trophy, being the reigning world champion. So navigating through numerous standout contenders would have been a tough job. Nienaber faces a challenging task. Positioned in Group B, the Springboks are slated to vie against only Ireland, Scotland, Tonga and Romania in what promises to be an intense encounter. I'm not calling it the group of death, but it's a pretty tough one. And I would really recommend that you keep an eye on Mr. Carl Wasty's socials today. I know he's going to be the man bringing the hype for that book announcement later today. 2:30 is when it goes down. So all the best of luck to all of those Springbok players. We know how much it means. Let's get into the weather. All right, let's dive into our weather and set the tone for the day. Let's start with some weather news. And while Europe, America and Asia are suffering heat wave upon heat wave right now, experts warn that similar extreme weather events will also soon hit South Africa, and that's as soon as the next 6 months. So climate modeling now shows that within the next 10 years, SA will experience heat waves of unprecedented intensity. Professor Francois Engelbrecht, that's the director of the Global Change Institute at Wits University, says South Africa therefore urgently needs a climate health warning system. And he says South Africans will need to systematically adapt to more extreme temperature events. And part of this adaptation to reduce vulnerability in the long run is proper housing, naturally centrally ventilized buildings that do not become as hot in summer, and easy access to cool water for all SA people. Luckily, all of that knowledge is indigenous to South Africa. We've got this. Likewise, we've got the temperatures coming to you today, so let's dive right in there and start in Polokwane, where your low is 4, moving up to a high of 24 degrees today. In Mbombela, your low 10, going up to 28 degrees. Pretoria ranging between 8 and 23. Johannesburg 6 and 22. Mahikeng 5 and 25. Similarly, Klerksdorp 2 and 24. Kimberly 4 and 24 for the day. Bloem, you start on a chilly one, but a moderate 23 is where you top out. Even better in Richards Bay, 14 to 27 your range. Pietermaritzburg, it's balmy, 9 your low, going up to beautiful 28 degrees. Similarly in Durbs, moderate 18 to 25. And then in Mthatha, 9 to 28 degrees. In Slummy, 14 low, going up to 21 degrees today. And then moving to Craddock, 5 and 24 your range. Just the slightest chance of rain in the GQ. Gqeberha, 12 your low, going up to 20. George ranging between 10 and 16 with that 61% chance of rain. Pretty much the spot in the country getting the inclement weather. Cape Town ranging between 9 and 17. I think the rain is now behind us. Worcester, 7 your low, going up to 18 with a slight chance of rain. Then moving more inland, Sutherland, 2 your low, going up to only 18 today. But Uppington, shining bright, 5 is your low, going up to 29 degrees. Regardless of the weather today, I hope it is an absolutely beautiful day. And of course, we are wanting to see how you start your day and see exactly what it looks like in your neck of the woods. So let's start with Tsepo in Bloem, sharing views from the street. Look at that. That's an early bird. I love it before heading out to start the day. Then Cheryl and Gansbaai heading out to buy some eggs. Thanks for the notes. Shared the stunning moment of the sunrise. Absolutely beautiful. Then we've got Amina in Sherwood feeling overjoyed, looking out over the horizon. If that doesn't inspire you to get up there and conquer your day, nothing will. Thank you so much to all of our contributions. 063-408-8863. If you want to have a conversation, you want to drop us a voice note about anything on the show today, please do. So let's give you a few tidbits to start talking about right now.
Thank you very much, Graham. Right now, it is that time of the morning. Now, if I ask you, think about your favorite go-to item in your closet. I bet for most of us, it will be a pair of quality jeans. That comes to mind for sure. I mean, because they're comfortable, they're stylish, and extremely durable as well. So it is hashtag Tuesday, and I need your help to choose between 2 re-jeans to complete my look for the show. So here we have it. Option 1 is this black straight fit jeans for a style statement. And here we can see it. Beautiful, lovely stuff. I will hold it up for you just so you can see kind of what it will look like. There we go. I have my favorite though. And then option 2 is this one here. It is a blue slim fit jeans that will ensure the perfect fit. I will do the same. Go, Xemanet. Yes, it's going to look good. Ultwear is very, very fashionable. I like it. But the problem is the choice is yours now. I can't choose. Will it be the straight fit or the slim fit? So what you need to do, help me dress, head on over to Expresso social media pages and vote for your favorite option. And then also don't forget to include that hashtag styled by Woolies. And hey, you'll see me dressed in just a little bit based on your votes.
Pink tax, what is it? We will find out today. If you are trying to wrap your head around this notion as a gent in the workspace, in the landscape, so you can help to balance this out, great, stick around. And if you're a woman experiencing this right now, we need your perspective this morning. It's a safe place. Please open up. We've got an amazing panel stepping in to help guide us through that topic. And then, of course, we want to empower you physically and get moving. And, of course, she is one of the most empowered young women we know, and she is ready to dominate this morning. Kutle is going to be taking on a boxing workout, and it might just be what you need to get you up, inspired, and moving. Stick around.
Crouch, touch, but don't you dare pause. Because when you buy any of our favorite Clover products, keep the till slip handy and catch the Expresso Breakfast Show every weekday morning for more details on how to enter. While the Bucks are battling for rugby's latest prize, you can win your share of 80,000 rands worth of Weber Prize. So engage and win with rugby's greatest moments, brought to you with love by Clover.
It's my feel good.
This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso right here on S3. Welcome to it. Nice and early. Now, the month of August provides an opportunity to create awareness around gender bias issues, such as those affecting our female consumers. Now, this morning we are talking about pink tax, a deeply affecting issue in the global culture. And Tina Tiart, founder of and trustee of 1000 Women, One Voice Women's Organization, as well as Gugu Nonjinge, advocacy specialist from the Center for the Study of Violence and Reconciliation, join us this morning to help break this down for us and help us understand it just a little bit more. Ladies, thank you very much for joining us on the couch this morning. And I'm glad we're talking about this. It's not something that we often go out and we think about this, but it's an actual issue. So, Tina, I want to start with you. For those who don't know, particularly men, I think, what exactly is pink tax?
Well, pink tax refer to where there are special prices for women's products. Special more, they pay more, and also around our own tax system. If you take, for example, that 40% of households are women households, they're usually classified as single women and therefore pay higher tax than a family with a husband and a wife or with two partners who are in a relationship. So yes, there are still various places in our tax system where women are taxed differently, but also in the retail. And I'm sure Google will enlighten us more on the real retail and how it affects us. Just because it's in a pink box, it's more expensive.
My goodness. Now, Gugu, some real-world examples here of some of those products that are subjected to this pink tax. And like Tina also now said, I mean, how does it affect women specifically from a financial point of view?
100%. I think what Tina's touching mostly on, I think we've had conversation about the tampon tax, which is specifically for feminine hygiene, like your sanitary pads, your tampons, right? That is tampon tax, and that those are subject to VAT. And in some countries like South Africa, unfortunately, those have been taken off. But pink tax specifically focuses on products that are directed to those who identify as women. So, for example, we're looking at shower gels, we're looking at razor blades, we're looking at deodorant that are just covered in pink. It's the same ingredient, just that the fact that the product and the packaging of the product is made pink and is directed to those who identify as women, so it's made to be a bit expensive. Sometimes it's just the scent that is a bit different, even because you'd find a man, it's much more masculine in scent, it's much more dry, but you get a much more floral scent for women-specified products, and then they're subject to be charged a bit more.
Because of that, it's subject to being taxed.
100%.
That's, I must be honest, it's bizarre for me to hear this because, I mean, I'm not too clued up on this, but, I mean, this is why we're having this conversation, to get knowing, because I mean, the idea here is to kind of equalize that cost. I mean, it's essentially, you know, the same products that men and women both use. Now, I did read here that, you know, in some cases, critics argue that gender-based pricing reflects legitimate differences in production costs and manufacturing costs. What is your response to that?
I don't think so. 100% don't think so, specifically because there hasn't been a real study that focuses on the production costs of these products. Some of the studies that have been done already have been done by consumers themselves, who actually go into these retailers and find, okay, it's the same razor, but it's pink, but a men's one is blue, but this one is about 5 rands more, 17 rands more. That is the price difference. But in terms of producing a razor or shaving,
I can't see that it would be.
It would be any different, even though the manufacturer might argue that, oh, this one is mostly for sensitive skin. But if we actually look into the products that go into producing or creating that product, there isn't any price difference I mean, there isn't any difference or variations in that. So I definitely beg to differ with that.
No, absolutely. And I see that in my own household as well. Now that we're speaking about it, you know, with my wife having to go out and buying those things like razors or fragrances, there is a significant difference. But I mean, why are we talking about it? Because you go to the shop, you might not even realize it because it's there, you get it, you put it in your basket and you go pay it. Is there anything that can be done to kind of just, you know, get to that point of fair pricing? What do you think needs to be done, Gugu?
We actually don't have any quite strict laws around safeguarding people who identify as women or gender-specific pricing, right? So I think for me that is the starting point, to actually ensure that these pricings are actually inclusive and they are non-binary, especially for products and services that are directed to those who are identifying as women, so that every gender or people, gender identities actually enjoy the same pricing. So essentially it all bottles down to the laws that we abide by.
And I mean, it makes sense if you think about it, that things should be kind of equal. I mean, it's the same products coming from the same factory, same kind of manufacturing processes, like you rightly said. Talk to me about, Tina, societal norms and stereotypes. How do these influence these disparities with regards to these products and also contribute to the perpetuation of pink tax specifically?
Yeah, I think when you talk about perpetuation, that happens in lots of instances and lots of cases. The way we teach our girls, the way we talk to the boys, and the way fathers get treated in the house, or men get treated in the house. And I really believe that it's time that we as women also talk to boys, talk to girls in a different way, whereby we get rid of patriarchal, we get rid of all these issues that is keeping us back, and where women actually are part of perpetuating what is happening at the moment. And I also think that women should be far more aware of what a pink box does to a price, you know. Even I've just read last night about in London, 2 shirts for boys and girls. The girls' shirt is more expensive than the boys' one. Hard hats for bicycles. The pink one is more expensive. Why? And a lot more expensive. So, yes, for me, there's lots that women can do, but I think men like you, who are now aware, also, you know, women pay far more for a haircut than men, and very often it's the same head, it's the same hair, it's the same
and
kind.
Significantly more as well.
Yes. So I think there are lots that we as women and men can do together to change that.
Fantastic. Thank you very much once again for being here. We are not done yet. We're going to delve a little bit deeper, more into some pink tax, but I would love to know your say. What do you say about it? Have you experienced it? Are you aware of it? Connect with us on our social media pages, and we will be back with Tina and Gugu in just a bit.
And loving Tina and Gugu's influence this morning. I think there are a lot of parents out there rushing to their children's bedrooms to go and look over prices and compare. That is crazy. So we're going to continue that discussion. But right now, we are going to focus on self. And boxing is amazing for self-development, rigorous, demanding. I kind of consider it more a martial art than a sport these days because of that level of improvement. It's important that you have trained properly, though, and you get the right kind of grounding. So we are going to cross live this morning to the View, Bedford View, my old stomping ground, where our very own Kutle is with the amazing Kyle Sham from Fight Sports Centre as they take us through some of the best warm-up exercises before we get into the ring.
Good morning to everyone in studio. I hope that you woke up feeling so good. It's time to move and shake the body with something that I've never done before, by the way. We are at Fight Sports Centre in Bedford View with Kyle Sham, who's going to be taking us through a boxing workout today. Kyle?
That's right. Are you looking forward to it?
I am. Thank you so much for having me. I know that boxing can be very rigorous. Where do we even start?
Yes, boxing is a rigorous exercise. It's really good for conditioning, to get you into great shape, your confidence, and maybe it'll teach you one or two things. Awesome. So before we get into it, let's get warmed up. The first exercise I'd like you to do, some jumping jacks.
Let's go.
So just these ones over here.
3, 4.
That's it.
5, 6. So when did you start boxing?
I started boxing about 7 years ago. I just took a stroll through Norwood, Grant Avenue, saw a sign that says, come in for a free trial, walked up, met the owner, and my life changed forever.
Whew, that is incredible. Now, 7 years later, you are here at Fight Sports Centre teaching me how to box. What's the next workout?
Squat for me, please. So what you want to do is get those legs nice and warm. Please don't get your knees over your toes. So almost like you're sitting down on a chair, back nice and straight, and up.
The form is something that I usually struggle with when it comes to squats. Do I look up or do I look
You
straight
want to
down?
keep your vision straight.
Cool, let's do it.
Let's
How many?
go. We're going to do 10 of these. Beautiful.
And then do you squeeze your buttocks when you...
Yeah, when you come up, you can definitely squeeze those glutes.
That's what we want. Summer
Right.
bodies are made in winter. That's number 8, Shirley. 9.
One more. Time. Good job.
Woo!
The next exercise I like to do is to get the abs warm, the shoulders warm, get a little bit of cardio. So you ready?
I am ready.
We're going to do some mountain climbers. So you're going to go into a push-up position. Hands nice below us. And what you're going to do is you're going to raise one knee to your chest. Bring it back down. Other knee. Cool. Now let's go in a bit of a rhythm. That's it. Don't forget to breathe. Very important. So we're going to do about 20 of these. Really get the heart rate going. There's about 4 more left. 3, 2, 1, and time.
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I do feel the blood pumping.
Awesome.
And I'm feeling really rejuvenated right now.
Awesome. Then one last thing. Let's work on some abs. You know, we've got to get those abs ready for summer.
Yes, please.
Awesome. So let's just get you a mat over here.
Now, why would you say it's important to get your body moving, to warm up before a boxing match?
Oh, very important to do a warm-up for injury prevention. We don't want to injure ourselves, and just to get those good juices flowing like you mentioned.
Amazing. So what are we doing with the mats right now?
Awesome. So let's take a seat down here. What I'd like us to do is pretty simple. You're going to put your hands here. Your feet are going to come off the ground for me, please. Now bring your knees to your chest and kick them out. And back in and out. Can you feel those abs working?
100%.
Awesome. You don't have to rush these. Feel every second. Feel those abs working.
So the heels can't touch the ground.
Try, nope, keep them lifted off the ground.
How's my form?
Looking very good there.
Is
Very
it?
nice. Your core is strong. Give me 3 more. Well done. We're coming for those abs. 3, 2, 1, and time.
And we're
Great
done.
job, Bruce, there. That was awesome. So just a quick tip on those. What I'd like you to do is always have a nice straight back. Straight back is less pressure on your lower back, and it's all on your abs. Hands to give you a bit of support, and keep those feet off the ground. Then you're going to really feel it. So you can give yourself about a 30-second rest, and then you can jump into about 1 more set. If you're really looking to push yourself, you can do a 3rd set.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Kyle, for getting the day started with all of us here on Expresso at the Fight Sports Center. I'm pretty sure a lot of our viewers have taken down notes as well. How can we get in touch with you, Kyle?
You can follow me on Instagram at Kyle_BamBam_Sham.
And bam, just like that, we are done this morning. I hope that you were following along the warm-up routine just before an intensive boxing game. But right now, though, it's back to you guys in studio. I'm going to continue working on my core right now.
Nice. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Looking good. 5.
How is she still talking?
Oh, how's she not even? I mean, girl,
You are super fit, and we are so proud.
I know, I love the fact. Well, look, we do send her on a fitness excursion
true.
literally like every second day. Coach, we love you. I love the boxing vibe there, and I loved hearing the Bedford-View accent, but I miss it so much you don't understand, my boy. Jeez. So cool.
Well, there we go. I mean, it's a great workout to indulge in.
Great workout, mind-blowing discussion around pink tax.
I am blown away with regards to this. We are not done yet. We're talking about pink tax. We're understanding it a little better. That disparities between gender-based products, it's huge. It is affecting us on a global scale as well. We have 2 experts here with us. We're going to continue that conversation just after the break. Stick around.
Just go and check your partner, the price of her skincare routine. Just have a look at that. Then we've got 5,000 Rand to give away as well. Another winner will be made live after this.
It's my feel-good.
Welcome back. You are tuned into your Feel Good Breakfast Show Expresso right here on S3 on this Tuesday morning. And we are continuing our conversation right now with Tina Tiat, founder and trustee of 1000 Women, One Voice Women's Organization, as well as Gugu Nonjinge, advocacy specialist from the Center for the Study of Violence and Reconciliation, around gender bias issues affecting our female consumers, such as pink tax. Now, we spoke about a little bit earlier, pink tax, where products in a pink box or that's got pink on it are taxed differently and higher. And that ranges across a whole variety of different spaces. I mean, from actual products to, like you've mentioned, haircuts, which I found absolutely bizarre. Now, Gugu, I want to start with you on this one. Pink tax, it has gained significant attention over the past couple of years, which is good that we are starting those conversations. But when we look at the media, pop culture, social media, influencers, how does that contribute to perpetuating or challenging pink tax?
And I think we most of the time ignore the role that media plays in perpetuating stereotypes, misconceptions. And in this case, it perpetuates quite a lot of these socially constructed beauty standards that we see. Women need to shave their armpits, women need to wax, the type of products that women use for your face, for your skin. We're just having a conversation right now that it's actually the same shower gel.
Yeah.
Just that the other one is pink and is...
My wife can use my razor.
100%, and it's flower fragranced compared to one that a man uses. So I think it plays quite a lot of role in perpetuating that misconception. And we need to dismantle that because they're non-inclusive. It totally excludes other gender identities. It includes cis, trans, non-binary identities. So we need to challenge that because they should be enjoying fair gender-priced products and services.
Absolutely. We are people using products
100%.
at the end of the day. Tina, we have been, obviously, there's been a fight, it's been global about gender equality, and rightly so. There's been a lot of conversation sparked out of it. We've seen events around gender equality, just getting that voice and message out there as well. Now, I want to ask you, with pink tax, how does it affect the overall economic empowerment with regards to women, and how can, by eradicating pink tax, get us closer to that gender equality that we are so, I think heartfully looking for?
Yeah, I think I want to just step one back and say that during lockdown, 3 million people lost their jobs. 2 million were women, and still a lot of them today are not employed.
Sure.
So a lot of them are starting their own businesses, and at 1,000 Women, we've got a lovely network where we encourage people to restart. Because remember, we also had all this tragedy and riots, and people had to restart their businesses. It's not just for finding jobs. So 40% of women, I've explained, that are single household mothers, and they care for the children. And of 48% of children live with mothers, women households, where only 4% of children live with men. So you can just realize the impact of a woman earning a much lesser salary or a lesser job. I think in South Africa it's still 12% that women, 12% less money that women earn. So if you take all that, it's very difficult to start a business. It's very difficult to move out of the poverty trap to the next level.
Especially if you add things like having a house to live in, having kids to look after, everything that goes with that, school fees and everything else. And then, of course, on top of everything else, the pink tax.
The pink tax, yes. Yes. And I think it also goes, for me, it goes further in the sense that women still can't access finance the same as men. So even when you come to the bank, there is still a pink tax on you. And people will say, it's because you don't comply with bank standards. But surely banks can make alternative arrangements for women so that they can start up small business.
Or just the same arrangements across the board.
Yes, and trust a woman's business. I mean, we know that if you give women a fish, she will feed the community. Yeah. We know that.
Tina, now, of course, it comes down to we need to try and empower and spark those conversations, especially, I think, with the younger consumers out there, to make those informed choices, to demand, I think, fairer practices and fair pricing without compromising, of course, on quality as well.
Yes.
How do we spark those conversations? What do we need to do?
Talk, like today. I really believe that a lot of the young women will pay attention now when they buy products.
Yeah.
Also, not just products, but services. And we can demand for us to be better treated by the producers. Also, women should start producing, be the producers of product, our own product. And then also look at VAT, for example. We've got no VAT on sanitary towels, pads, but when it comes to the panty, the sanitary panty, there's tax on it. So it's not consistent.
Look, at the end of the day, and you know, I wish we had a lot more time to talk about this, but we need to, like you rightly said, create those alternatives, not compromising on quality, get more women to start producing these products specifically for women. Tina, Women's Day celebration happening later today, and we're looking forward to tomorrow. Just quickly run us through what is happening.
Yes, today we are talking about the maintenance law and how to maneuver when you go to court, because there are still lots of challenges when women go to court for maintenance. And as you know, men know how to jump through the hoops, and a lot of children are economically disempowered because they do not have money to have a better life, because dads don't pay.
Yeah. I want to thank you both for coming on this morning and talking about this and just enlightening us a little bit. And I think a lot of people at home, you know, took a little bit of a big gulp of air. It's like, I did not know about this. I didn't know it was as serious as well, even though they might know it's around. But thank you very much for just bringing that. I think there's still a lot of conversation that's going to happen around this topic. And like they rightly said, it really is about starting that conversations. And that's what we've done this morning. Thank you very much, ladies.
Thank you. Thanks.
Oh, just to reiterate your point there, Tina, working with organizations that are investing in this social development, the standard here in South Africa is if you invest in a woman in that space within the community, you get 4 times the return on investment. Banks, think about that. Now let's focus on one particular section of the small to medium-sized businesses that keep us in the fight. Every Tuesday, we bring you Pharmacy of the Week, which is just a short feature acknowledging our incredible pharmacies and those pharmacists on the front line. This is our way of saying thank you to these very brave healthcare workers, and of course, proudly brought to you by Adcock Ingram OTC, who are the sponsors of Brave. And this week, we head down to KZN to meet our Pharmacy of the Week. It's Windermere Pharmacy.
Our pharmacies are on the front line of healthcare. This is Pharmacy of the Week.
We are the first point of call within this community, and I live in the community, so I pretty much know everyone. I've seen the kids grow up, I've seen the grandkids grow up, and it's just lovely to be in this area. My belief is anyone walking in has to see a smiling face. That's the most important thing. You know, you have to be conscious of what the person's feeling, what they want. We need to make sure that customers understand that we are here for them. What the whole goal of healthcare is. If we can do preventative healthcare, our major focus here is try and get patients to understand their conditions, treat their conditions properly, in conjunction with their physicians, and we just have less disease burden. And all our staff are pretty much trained in that process of ensuring that clients understand their conditions. And if they're not, we then have one-on-one counseling sessions with them so that they actually understand the need for their medicine and not just take medicine. I think that's what sets us apart.
Pharmacy of the Week, proudly brought to you by Adcock Ingram OTC, sponsors of Brave. Inspiring communities, one pharmacy at a time.
Did you know that almost 1 in 5 South African adults suffer from chronic pain? Try new ActivePatch pain relief technology at the push of a button. It's easy to use and can be worn 24/7. Proven to relieve muscle and joint pain, low back and neck pain, arthritic pain, pain from sports injury, plantar fasciitis, and more. Easy to use drug and sensation-free pain relief at the push of a button. ActivePatch. Long-lasting pain relief. Ask your pharmacist about ActivePatch now.
Thank you so much to that incredible team and all the pharmacists out there making a vital difference in our communities. To us personally, we love you, we appreciate you. Thank you.
There we go. Thank you very much. Now it's time to give away a little bit of money. Yes, we're focusing on winners. Now, keeping our family in top health should always be a priority. and it is that much easier with the right medication. We know this. Now, Expresso gave you the chance to win 5,000 Rand to make the recovery process just a little bit easier, and all you had to do was tell us what your remedy is to keep your family healthy during flu season. And let me tell you, flu season is in full swing.
Yeah, it ain't no joke, yo. No. It ain't no joke. So we are so excited to announce our 2 lucky winners.
Yes.
So let's get a double drum roll, please. A massive congratulations to Variety Maunye and Clotilda Mkize. Well done.
Congratulations. Now, Variety's winning comment was this. She said, we make sure that we eat healthy, take our vitamins and flu jab, we exercise, we drink plenty of water, and make sure we get enough sleep. And of course, including all that important hashtag Expresso, as well as, what is it? That one, family, yes, Expresso, healthy family, happy family. There we go, it's a long one.
There we go, and it's a beautiful family at that. Glad to see them in top shape. And then Clotilda's winning comment was also brilliant. She wrote this: I use the lemons from our tree and make everyone warm water with lemon at least once a day when it's cold. I love that. Or make rooibos tea with lemon. Then occasionally I grind fresh ginger, garlic, lemon and honey and boil these. My gran used to make that for me when I was sick. What I like about it is that my 4-year-old loves this mixture. She doesn't complain. Well done. She even chews the raw, these raw. I love that. Well done. Hashtag Expresso, hashtag healthy family, happy fam. I love it.
Have it. Now, the both of you win 5,000 Rand each. Wow. Congratulations. That is awesome. Congratulations. Thanks for entering. I mean, but we know the health of our family, it is truly our wealth. It really is. And seeing their happy faces are, I mean, the key to brightening up any day. That was good.
That was really good. And thanks for the little life hacks there for flu season. I know it's every time your kid goes, they come back with something new. We got your back. And then we're going to inspire you after the break. Kutle is going to head to the Smile Foundation in Kimberly, where they have done a renovation to a hospital that desperately needed it, that is now going to be able to help so many more incredible young people.
Absolutely. And we're going to continue shining the spotlight on women, being it Women's Month as well. Now, when I say the word SWAT,
I love it.
What do you think?
Hardcore.
Yes, hardcore. This is Superwoman Achieving Together.
Oh,
yes,
nice.
We're going to delve into that after the break and a whole lot more on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Stay with us.
Now you can generously give a voice to Storytime. Visit our library of homegrown audio stories at cadbury.co.za.
It's my feel.
Welcome back, you beauties. Thank you so much for keeping it locked. We are here for her today, but she is putting her own hand up. Thank you very much. Now, what comes to mind when you hear the word SWAT, as you said a little bit earlier, hardcore. You think powerful men in black uniforms? Well, no. SWAT, in our case, stands for Superwoman Achieving Together. together. And this morning, we will celebrate two superwomen. They are mothers, entrepreneurs, and believe in women empowerment. They are the founders of Limitless Events, Rahana February and Stacey Schilder. Rahana, Stacey, thank you so much for joining us. How are you feeling? A little bit nervous. We're on TV.
Of course.
We're only representing our sisterhood today.
We are.
Yes.
And it's ridiculous to me that we get our months to be able to do this, you know, which is great to have this focus on empowering women. A little bit silly that we need to actually have a month set aside to address half of society. It does feel a little bit crazy. But a lot of this, what I'm picking up right now, seems to speak of don't wait for someone to change the reality for you. Let the paradigm shift happen within you and get up and move. SWAT is very much about get up and move.
Absolutely.
And quite intimidatingly so. So explain to me the origins of this organization. What is it all about?
So SWAT, it actually, like you said, means Superwomen Achieving Together. And we came up with it about 2 years ago. This is our third year. We wanted to do something where we could give back to the community and at the same time celebrate women, because besides Women's Month, we never really get the opportunity to actually celebrate women in its full force.
You know, we've heard the statistics a little bit earlier. We heard Gugu and Tina talk through how many of our households are being female-led. The disparity in pay, the additional pink tax in various forms, almost in every facet of life. The fact that we've got young women now needing to lean on their strategic networks to start small businesses. This speaks to so many different, such a dynamic ecosystem. Ultimately, we need to affect change, which means we need money. We need to generate funds. Now, you are using these funds, Stacey, very impactfully in a specific way. So how do you guys use the funds that you generate? How are you getting that traction on the ground level?
So this year, or every year, we've donated all the funds that we've raised to a charity. Each year is different. This year, we decided to go with Sarki Partman. It's a home or a center for women and children. They are survivors of abuse. So they create a safe haven where they empower women and children to obviously make use of their rights, you know. So that's where we are funding. And yeah, every penny raised goes there. And we have a lot of support from women-based businesses that makes this possible for us.
And you've hit the nail on the head, woman-owned. And we need this notion to set in. Just like within women's sport, we need women to take ownership of that space, to take ownership of the financial benefits. Being a part of the strategic network, connecting to other superwomen out there, how important has that been for you in advancing your cause individually as an entrepreneur? Before we get on to looking after the family and kind of that element, why is it so necessary that women empower each other in this way?
They say behind every successful woman is a tribe of successful women.
For sure.
And we believe strongly in that. With regards to our business, with regards to our families and our friends, we believe that we're such a close group of, such a close network that you...
It is. It's like having a mentor. This is, I think, what people miss is within, if you look at a male's trajectory in business, it's always go and find yourself a mentor, and then every door is open for you. It almost feels like now that there is a collective mentorship where you're getting to not make those mistakes yourself that can cost you $1 million, but you get to learn from the women around you in that sense.
Yes.
How do you make that decision or to get the balance right? You're both young mothers, which is all-encompassing in itself. You're both entrepreneurs. Now you've taken on this bigger picture battle of like, we're going to fight for the rights of all women in my space. How have you been able to set boundaries within that? Have you been able to set boundaries within that and find a balance?
Who is a big question?
Yeah, well, it is quite challenging every day. We do have kids, they go to school, there's homework, there's dinner time, there's family time.
And they don't quit, kids.
Never.
No. So our support group is strong. We are very grateful to those that do support us. And on that, the previous topic, it starts at home. So having that support at home, having that support from other individual companies, supporting each other, especially, we have a lot, our women-based businesses, we work with a lot of them.
Those are partners, those are clients, those are sales.
Correct.
It's money. I love that. How important, if you can think back to your own journey, because clearly someone pressed your button, someone clicked that thing into gear, which I see in all entrepreneurs, which is amazing. But how important is it for young girls to see this play out, to know that there is a network that they can plug into, that there is support and help there, not just to keep playing out the patterns of the past, but to actually transcend? How important is it for young girls to know about what you're doing?
It's extremely important. They need to, you know, if you need to lift your hand up, you need to lift your hand up. We are here. There's a tribe of women, like I said earlier, there's a tribe of women that's always supporting each other. And we always believe that you need to go out there and do it. We don't ever stop for anything. Yeah. It can be as impossible as it seems, as impossible as it sounds, but we say yes, and we figured it out afterwards.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
And you got your sisters around you. I absolutely love you guys. We're going to keep all of the SWOT details up for as long as we can. If you want to connect, if you're an entrepreneur looking to make your mark in the space and you need some mentoring, there is a strategic network waiting for you. And of course, all the funds from this round of incredible successes going to the Saki Baartman Foundation, doing amazing work with women and children on every level. This works.
Thank you so much, Graham. Now, speaking, of course, of women achieving good things together, listen to this next story. Children deserve the best. We know this, and of course, we have to give them everything that we can. And through the hands of the Smile Foundation, children with facial abnormalities in Kimberly are getting a second chance. Now, Kutle visited Kimberly in the Northern Cape to find out about these life-changing surgeries.
We all know that our smile is what we present to the world. However, for burn victims, their confidence is affected in ways that many may never understand. But thanks to Dr. Maria and her collaboration with the Smile Foundation, children are in a position to receive life-changing surgery because of the revamped burns unit at the Robert Mangaliso Sobukwe Hospital. Dr. Maria, it's such a pleasure to meet you. The work that you are doing here in collaboration with the Smile Foundation is absolutely incredible. Thank you for welcoming us.
Thank you very much for being here.
How would you describe the work that you do here in the burns unit?
We have very serious work here that is amazing. It's very challenging because we deal with kids, children burned here, having pain. So we have challenges, but we love what we do.
And you see it on the smiles on the children's faces, right?
Yeah, you have to say that is a smile that is a joy after we treat them, because it's a very painful injury.
Speaking about smiles, how did the collaboration with the Smile Foundation, come about, and why was it important for you to see it through?
I was always seeing that the Smile Foundation was supporting academic hospitals. So I was always harassing them. When are you coming to Kimberly? And then 2017, we had our first Smile Week. So we had facial deformities and also deformities post-burns. And then in 2019, we had the first of the 3 phases of this refurbishing. We had the first one in 2019, the second phase in 2022, and now we are waiting for the good heart of people to donate to Smile Foundation, to Avella, to complete the phase 3 of the ward.
And how would you say that the revamped burns unit has made a difference?
Would you like to be treated in a ward where everything's falling apart? No. And most of the patients are from low social conditions, so they are in a very nice beauty environment. So it's important that we have a good environment and a team that gives love to the patient. That is where we have this unit refurbished, revamped. It's still waiting for phase 3.
How hard has it been for you and Junior and the entire family since the incident?
I was crying. Maria, I told myself that Mudimuti. So I take Junior to the hospital at Haspater.
And how has the recovery been like, since that happened and you moving to the burns unit here at Robert Sobukwe Hospital?
It was nice. The first time when I came in that in that ward. I see that there's too much friendly doctors and too much friendly nurses. That's why I like it here. And my son healed very well. He want to play and he like the toys. There's a room that have toys there. He like it here. And he said to me that he didn't want to go home because he really like it here.
Tony, can you please tell us more about Smile Foundation and what it aims to achieve?
So Smile Foundation is a South African non-profit organization that supports children in need of reconstructive surgery. So it's children living with different types of anomalies such as cleft lip, cleft palate, severe burns, craniofacial abnormalities and other conditions. The purpose is to transform children's lives and ensure they live a life inspired by confidence and possibility.
How can the public contribute and donate to this initiative?
So they can visit smilefoundationsa.org. We have under fundraisers, there is a specific one to donate to Robert Mangaliso Sobukwe Hospital Phase 3 Burns Unit. And it's as easy as that, and every cent counts.
Someone's smile and face is like a fingerprint unique to who they are. There's no question that every person and every child deserves a fulfilling, healthy and happy life. Absolutely incredible work being done here by Dr. Maria in collaboration with the Smile Foundation at the revamped Burns Unit of the Robert Mangaliso Sobukwe Hospital, where children's lives are being transformed for the better.
Kutle, thank you very much for that. I know that the Smile Foundation, they are doing incredible work, but they continuously need our support. So what you can do is you can visit smilefoundationsa.org if you would love to help children with facial abnormalities.
Oh, choices, choices, choices. So it is a Tuesday, and you and asked for your help in choosing a beautiful pair of jeans. And we've got two great standard fits here. We've got the slim fit, and I think it's a nice staple piece when you've got the great physique and every day is leg day like you. And then we've got the straight cut as well. Both would look fantastic. The choice is yours. Let us know on our socials. We'd love to hear from you. And of course, we'll do the big reveal on the other side of this. We'll see you now.
Baking is love made edible.
You can bake your way to a weekly cash prize of 5,000 Rand with Golden Cloud over the next 4 weeks.
Post a pic and recipe with your winter indulgence that you made with Golden Cloud and send it to our Expresso WhatsApp line or social media pages using that hashtag Golden Cloud Winter Treats.
Plus, you stand a chance of winning the grand prize of a KitchenAid stand mixer if you post a pic of you and your family baking with Golden Cloud on our WhatsApp line or any of our social media pages using that all-important hashtag Golden Cloud Winter Treats.
Don't forget to enter both separately from 12 July to 9 August, and T's and C's can be found on expressoshow.com.
It's my feel good.
We continue to connect with incredible South African women, introducing you to farmer Ayanda Zulu on the other side of getting through those news and sporting headlines and a little bit of weather.
Thank you very much, Graham. It's 2 minutes past 7 o'clock. Let's get into your news headlines once again this morning. Starting off with your national news. A total of 12 accused, including Thabo Bester and Nandipa Magadumana, will appear in the Bloemfontein Magistrates Court today on charges relating to Bester's escape from custody, among other matters. However, legal expert Dikeledi Moeti is of the view that the case will not be argued but postponed for further investigation. Now, the police had previously asked for 3 months to conclude their investigations, as there were chances of more arrests being made. Now, Bester escaped from the Mangaroon prison in May last year after faking his suicide. And law enforcement officers have arrested 68 people linked to the ongoing violent Santaco taxi strike in the Western Cape. Now, Cape Town's Mayoral Committee member for Safety and Security, JP Smith, confirmed that 4 Golden Arrow buses and 4 private vehicles were set on fire. Now, incidents were also confirmed of a shooting at the Philippi train station on the access road to the Cape Town International Airport. A man was shot and killed and 3 were wounded. They were suspected of being involved in stone throwing, and a motorist subsequently fired at them. Making international news headlines this morning, thousands of scouts at an international event in South Korea are being evacuated from a campsite due to the severe approaching tropical storm Kanun. Several countries, including the UK, have already left, blaming high temperatures and poor sanitary conditions at the camp. Attended by some 40,000 young people from 155 countries, the World Scout Jamboree has been plagued by problems from the very start. And Tropical Storm Kanun, which has already forced evacuations and cut off power to thousands in Japan, is forecast to reach South Korea on Thursday. And Niger's coup leaders have closed the country's airspace until further notice, citing the threat of military intervention from their neighbors. And this comes after the ECOWAS group of West African states had demanded President Mohamed Bazoum be reinstated by Sunday. Now, ECOWAS had warned that the junta could face a military action, and they will now meet on Thursday to discuss next steps. Meanwhile, Mali and Burkina Faso, both also ruled by military juntas, have said they will send officials to Niger in solidarity. And then we end up with this story, and the proposed US cage fight saga continues. And this as Meta boss Zuckerberg says he's, and I quote, not holding his breath over a proposed cage fight with rival Elon Musk. Now, Zuckerberg said he suggested 26th August for the showdown, but Musk cast doubt on the bout, saying that he first may need neck and upper back surgery. Now, Zuckerberg also fired back at the suggestion that the fight would be streamed on X, posting, saying, shouldn't we use a more reliable platform that can actually raise money for charity? And by now, we all know that X belongs to Musk. So we're still not 100% sure as to what is happening there. Is this just a media stunt, or is this actually going to happen? I don't know. We'll leave that up to you, and I guess time will tell. That's your news headlines for the 7 o'clock bulletin. We'll have one more round for you at 8 right now. Here's Graham with another round at your sports.
Dory gang, I think AI has got us covered. We'll see that fight at some point. Let's start with some footballing news, and a remarkable display from the Matildas have secured their spot in the quarterfinals of the FIFA Women's World Cup, I think following the success of their netball ladies. Now, in an unexpected turn, Caitlin Foord, she found the net at the 30-minute mark, easing Australia's initial tension. And then the victory was sealed by Hayley Russell's commanding strike in the second half. The next challenge awaits now, facing either Morocco or France in Brisbane on Saturday. Both a tough draw. Let's hope for the African connection to win out. Well, we keep an Australian connection now as we turn to cricket, and an impending inbound tour in Australia has chosen Mitchell Marsh as the new T20 captain for their inbound South African tour, stepping in as Pat Cummins recovers from that wrist fracture, but should be ready for the World Cup, thankfully. So Marsh will lead in the initial 3 T20 matches post Aaron Finch's retirement. Then notably Mitchell Starc, Josh Hazlewood, Cameron Green, and the big hitting David Warner all being rested, which bodes well for us. The T20 series Series commences on the 30th of August, so we can start getting excited about that one. Likewise, the Rugby World Cup. Let's get into some of the permutations, and starting with England's camp. Their coach, Steve Borthwick's 33-player Rugby World Cup squad revealed a surprising absence in the form of Henry Slade. Now, despite being a key figure in their team's journey to the finals 4 years ago, where they lost to South Africa, and of course featuring in 30 of the last 37 tests, Slade was edged out by Joe Marchant. Now, Wales, of course, outplayed England 29, but Marchant's performance definitely did stand out, and it was enough to get him the nod. And in Group D, England will encounter Argentina, Japan, and Samoa, and Chile in a seemingly very favourable World Cup draw segment. Now, not so much for the box, but we got this, and later today we will find out who's in that squad. In fact, at 2:30 p.m, Springbok coach Jacques Nienaber is set to unveil his 33-player squad bound for France, geared to safeguard that Webb Ellis trophy, being the world champions. Now, navigating through numerous standout contenders over the last season, great place to be. Nienaber faces a very challenging task. Positioned in Group B, the challenges only get stiffer as Springboks are slated to vie against Ireland, Scotland, Tonga, and Romania in what promises to be an intense encounter. I would suggest keeping an eye on Mr. Carl Wastie's social media. He's going to be there as the hype man for the Boks, and they're going to need him. But we're going to say, for all of those Springbok players who have been knocking on that door so proudly and don't make it, we love you guys, and we got you. Thank you for all the hard work, and good luck, gents. But that's where we leave our sport for now. Let's take a look at the roads.
Thank you so much, Graham. Let's quickly turn our attention to the roads. Not too much at this stage. There has been, though, an accident on the N1 inbound. That's in Bellville in Cape Town, and that's after the Brackenfell Boulevard. The left lane is obstructed, so please just approach there with caution this morning if you're making your way into town. And then also travelling in and around Cape Town, there are limited transport options today due to that latest taxi strike this week. So please get around safely and stay tuned for more updates. That's what we have for you with regards to traffic. Let's dive into weather. Starting with some weather news this morning, the SA Weather Service has issued a yellow level 1 warning for damaging waves, resulting in difficulty in navigation at sea for small vessels and personal watercraft between Alexander Bay and Cape Agulhas from this evening continuing into tomorrow. Now, for the first time in quite a while, no fire danger warnings have been issued. Scattered showers are expected in the southern regions of the country, including Cape Town, George, Gqeberha and East London. And with that news, we turn our attention to the temperatures right now. We start on with Polokwane. Good morning to everyone at Polokwane this morning. Starting on a minimum of 4 degrees and reaching a maximum of 24. Mobela this morning on 10 with a maximum of 28. Pretoria starting on 8 degrees minimum with a maximum of 23. Johannesburg this morning on 6 degrees. Nice and cool, but warming up to 22 later on today. Then over in Mahikeng, you can expect a minimum of 5 this morning, reaching a high of 25 degrees. Klerksdorp, nice and cold this morning on 2 degrees minimum and a mild maximum of 24. Kimberly on 4 degrees, reaching a maximum of 24 as well. Bloemfontein, nice and icy this morning with 1 degree minimum this morning, but then warming up to 23 degrees later on today. Over in Richards Bay, you can expect a minimum of 14, reaching a high of 27 degrees. Pietermaritzburg on 9 degrees minimum this morning and a warmer 28 later on. Durban starting off on 18 degrees and a mild maximum of 25. Mthatha on 9 degrees minimum and reaching a hot maximum of 28 degrees later on today. Jump over to East London with a minimum of 14 degrees and your maximum 21. Cradock starting off cold this morning as well with a minimum of 5 and a maximum of a mild 24 degrees. GQ, Gqeberha on 12 minimum this morning and a maximum of 20. And George starting off on 10 degrees minimum and a maximum there of 16. Over in Cape Town, you can expect a minimum of 9 this morning, staying cool with a maximum of 17. Worcester this morning on 7 degrees minimum and a maximum of only 18 degrees. Sutherland starting off cold on 2 degrees minimum, also staying cool with a maximum of 18. And Uppington starting off on 5 degrees, nice and cold this morning, but reaching a hot maximum of 29 degrees later on today. All right, now before we do anything else, let's quickly get into those beautiful sunrise views of yours. And we start with Carol. Good morning, Carol, all the way in Joburg at Snap the Sun just peeking up over her boundary wall. Look at that, beautiful. Carol, thanks for sharing. I love that. Bernice, good morning to you, capturing views of the clouds, showing off streaks of yellow in Langebaan. Look at that, also a beautiful way to wake up. Bernice, thank you very, very much. Appreciate that. Good morning to Chris in Camps Bay, who snapped this view of the moon still up as the sun starts just rising over the horizon there. It looks absolutely stunning. Look at that moon, eh? Chris, thank you very much. Appreciate that. And to John and Jean, we want to say good morning. They sent this video from Bloberg overlooking just out over the brightly lit sky, and the sun just wakes up the day brand new and fresh. Thank you very much. Really looks beautiful. All your pictures, absolutely fantastic. That's a reason to feel good this morning, having the sun come up like that. And of course, we want to continue seeing those pictures of yours. Please send them. Our WhatsApp line is there for you. Put it on speed dial, 063 408 8863.
All right, buddy, let's get you into a pair of pants, man. It's time to find out. Is he slim or is he straight? Or maybe a little bit of both. Yes, a little bit earlier, you had asked you to choose between two beautiful pairs of jeans, one being a beautiful straight cut, the other being a slim cut. He's got the legs to work for both. So let's see what y'all had to say. Matlakala saying, definitely two slim fit jeans. Fiona Henry Peterson saying, definitely the slim fit blue jeans. Absolutely perfect. Charmaine Bayer saying, oh yes. Slow down, Charmaine, slow down. Definitely the blue slim fit. Ewan looks good in everything though. Double exclamation mark. Melanie Mostert, good morning. Why are so many Afrikaans ladies writing in this morning? It's amazing to me. Let's update that board. Malaysia Shirley Kaba saying, good morning, blue slim fit, 100%. Salads Wraps are saying blue slim, boom. I think we have a resounding winner. Bring your slim self in here, my friend.
Give me, take a stroll. There it is. So not much for the black jeans this morning.
No, well, I think they had you on slim. I think it was a drop mic moment. Ken Dole, unfortunately.
I do feel like South Africa's playing a bit of Barbie.
Yeah, 100%, and they should, man. No,
but I love it. Thank you very much.
I've been helping you get dressed for about a decade now, and I love it, man. It's the best thing ever, bro. We do need help getting dressed, but I think you can't go wrong with a staple pair of slim fits. Absolutely beautiful. I like the cut. Clearly lost a little around the waist to get into those guys, which is saying a lot, dude.
Yeah, but they fit well. They fit well. They feel comfortable, and they make the legs look good. I just saw my legs on the screen there.
Every day is leg day.
Every day is leg day.
You can go down on YouTube.
I can do a bit of a squatty as well. Thank you very much, South Africa. Appreciate that. Love, love, love.
Yeah, no, great choice. Well done. Yeah, you can go and shop your own pair of jeans right now. In fact, you can get the latest Reed denim jeans at Woolies, in-store, online, or on their amazing app. Lots of fashion inspo there. We'll see you just now.
All right, now that I have a lekker pair of jeans on, it's time to get into the rest of the show. However, we are going to be taking a very quick break, and we are still shining that spotlight on incredible women. And we're going to shine that spotlight on one woman in particular that's changing the landscape when it comes to agriculture. Yes, we're going to dive into that story. And then talking about farming and agriculture, it is citrus season, and it's time to get your hands on these delicious Clementine Golds. We're going to run you through everything you need to know after the break. Stick around with us on your Feel Good Breakfast Show right here on S3.
90% of South Africans can't afford to retire. Start saving in a Nedbank Optimum Plus account. Choose a rate of up to 13.85%. Capital guaranteed. Join the bank that's best for your savings goals.
my feel-good.
Welcome back as we continue to be here for her. And as we gear up for Women's Day, we celebrate as many of the incredible South African women that we can connect to. Now, one such example is farmer and entrepreneur Ayanda Zulu from KZN. And she joins us right now via video call to tell us just a little bit more about her incredible journey. Ayanda, a very good morning. How are you?
Morning, Graham. How are you?
All the better for connecting with you. Thank you so much for just being who you are in such a male-dominated space. And I'm going to start there because that's the pressure point I think so many people understand about farming. It's an old boys club. How did you break into the club and what was that journey like?
It's been very difficult, I'm not going to lie, since it's a male-dominated industry. But then, I mean, what men can do, women can do better. So in farming, as you all know, that women started farming back in the day. So I just felt, you know what, why don't I just penetrate a space that has food security, that makes sure that everybody goes to bed with food in their stomach. So yeah, I just opted to farming because I was also inspired by a male, which I met at a dealership who made me to see that it's actually possible to be a farmer and you can actually make a living out of it and also help other people to go to bed with food in their stomach, because that's what matters to me.
I love that. So a mother to us all. And I think that is the key to social development in South Africa right now is localized solutions. And farmers play a massive part in that indigenous knowledge because you know the land, you know your community, you know your animals, you know your space. That being said, it feels like the most unforgiving environment to work in. One small miscalculation, one change in weather patterns can destroy you. What has been the most challenging part about being a farmer?
The most challenging part, Graham, has always been getting land. Because at times you have passion, you have everything, but then you don't have land. So I think land in South Africa is still very difficult, especially for young farmers. Every time you say you need land, they tell you it belongs to a certain people, and the procedures and the laws that actually hold us back into penetrating that space is really sad. I think most people always complain about land, and also for me, because I already had like 11 cows, but I didn't know where to keep them when I started. So I think land is the most challenging part, and also the laws. It's a whole lot of things that is very challenging, I think, but with time we'll get it right.
And I think it's a weird synchronicity, but as we see more female representation on the legislative side, within the structures within government, all of these start to balance out because there is a great... You have that look on your face like your daughter or your dog has just walked into the room and is about to knock the camera over. I know that look really well. That's so funny. So I've got to connect with you on one level that I think we both share, is that you get up early. And I have a feeling you probably get up before I do. What does a day in Ayanda's life look like? Walk us through that.
Okay, it's a mess. Sometimes you don't sleep when helping. You need to make sure some can't do it on their own, so you need to assist. So you always wake up early. Like, your life is unpredictable. 1 minute I'm planning I'll go to an auction. Next minute I'm covered in blood because I'm helping a cow take a calf out. So it's such a mess, but it's such an interesting part because I get to learn every day. Like, there's something I need to learn every day. You never actually say you know everything in farming. You learn as you grow.
I love that. And I would imagine you learn a lot about yourself being tested in this way, in the small moments, in the big moments. What have you learnt about yourself, Ayanda, that you're most proud of?
I've learned patience. I'm very patient right now, and I've become a person who's not impulsive. I take time. I think things through before I do anything or make any decisions. And farming has taught me discipline because obviously at times you make so much money.
you need to understand that farming is an investment. So you need to take the profits and plant it back to the land. So it has taught me discipline. It has taught me patience. It has taught me that I should not have the delusion of grandeur that I will make money now. It's actually an investment. Maybe I will not eat the fruits, but my daughter in the long run and her children's children will enjoy my hard work.
Well, what I love about this is they don't just inherit the food, they inherit the farm, sister, and that is special. It's only like the 9th time I've had goosebumps today. Thank you so much. You're amazing, Ayanda. Keep dominating in the way that you're doing. Stay as humble and wonderful as you are, and keep learning those lessons as you have to do as a farmer. And most importantly, thank you for feeding us. Thank you for taking care of us as one of the mothers of this nation. We absolutely love you. Happy Woman Month, girl.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me.
Incredible stuff. That has filled the cup right up. We wish Ayanda well on her incredible journey and hope that this Women's Day carries a special significance for her and all those amazing women in this agriculture space doing so much for all of us.
I love that, Ayanda. Well done. But we are continuing that thread of farming right now. And of course, it is citrus season, which means we are able to now enjoy the beautiful, flavorful fruits from Woolworths. And of course, one of their most premium brands is the Clementine Gold when it comes to mandarins. I mean, it really sets the tone and the standard for eating soft, delicious quality citrus. And Graham met up with a team of experts to find out exactly about this particular variant.
It's no secret, on Expresso, we love local, and so do Woolworths. The point of difference comes in the relationship that they build with their suppliers and their growers over years. This is an opportunity, a shared commitment to quality that gives us access to world-class citrus. And speaking of which, a world-leading citrus is also proudly South African. I'm talking about the one-of-a-kind Clementine Gold, known for its exquisite flavor and beautiful color, and it's also an easy peeler. This is a winning formula, and I've come to their home here in Zandvoort to find out why it works so well. I think it's easy to understand the motivation when you're out here in a spectacular orchard like this. Woolies has made such a point of backing local, of love local.
Yeah.
Why is this written into your DNA? Why is it so important?
As Woolworths, we want South Africans to eat the best quality food that they can. And fortunately, South Africa grows the best citrus in the world.
Clearly.
So supporting local in this instance is really actually easy. It's such an important part of South Africa's industry, and it allows us to give the best quality produce in its season.
And maintain a level of consistency in that quality that is awe-inspiring, and it's all reliant on partnerships.
Yeah.
For instance, Indigo fruit farming capability through this. Since 1983, the partnership has been there. What was it about this operation that made you have to invest and partner, and why does this work so well?
And it started way back when, and it was born out of a desire for both companies wanting to bring innovation and underpinned by this commitment to quality right from the start up until today. That is most likely the biggest secret to the success of why this partnership works.
I love the fact that something that should almost be just for export quality, because it is so good, we get to get it every single day here in South Africa.
We do.
Clementine Gold obviously sets the standard when it comes to the highest quality of soft-eating, easy-peeling citrus. Just delicious. But they've also achieved another amazing milestone. They're about to celebrate their 20th anniversary. It's amazing how the sun just came out when we saw this beautiful, infectious smile. Zethu, this is clearly your happy place. 20 years in this amazing journey must have given a lot of highlights. For your portion of this incredible journey, what has stood out? What's been a highlight for you?
So partnership with Woolworths is a highlight. The loyalty of our buyers, our Clementine Gold lovers, truly priceless. And then just seeing our products in Woolworths.
Why have you and Woolies been so complementary for each other? What is it about this partnership that works so well?
We share the same values: quality, which Woolworths is known for.
Yeah.
We value partnership, the fact that we care for people and for the environment. Those are the things that bring us together with Woolworths.
It's just a perfect fit. And again, I reiterate that we get this level of quality fruit in our local stores. And I was quite interested to find out in my deep dive that there are actual multiple climates that you can plug into. In fact, there are farms in 3 different provinces. How does having those different locations and farms across the country help?
In the Western Cape and Southern Cape, the fruit ripens a bit late. So when the north has finished their harvest, we are able to still keep the flow into the market of the citrus.
You keep delivering the same level of quality. How do you get to these amazing drops of gold?
Farmers would say feet in the orchard. That basically means that we pay close attention to all the elements so that we can produce for you the best Clement Gold fruits.
France, what sets the Clement Gold apart? Why is this such a special citrus?
If you look at externally, there's 2 things that distinguish it from other mandarins, and that's basically the shape of it. So it has a nice, beautiful, flat shape. Secondly, the deep orange color of the fruit, which makes it very appealing. And then, of course, the most important is the fact that it's very, very peelable. So you can take the peel off very easily. It's virtually seedless. There's no seeds inside. And then you have this fantastic aroma and flavor when you open it. Sweet, citrusy, mandarin-y flavor, if I can call it that. So it's absolutely a fantastic fruit.
It is so fresh. It is literally gold. It's citrus season. I'm standing on one of the most spectacular citrus farms I've ever experienced. So being Expresso, naturally, we have to make something. Zetu, we've got to create a mocktail. Zetu has very kindly offered to be my assistant as we whip up something delicious. And of course, at the heart, we've got these Clement Golds are just ridiculous. The color has come in, you can see season has arrived. So Zetu, you're going to be our squeezer.
Okay.
Because you haven't squeezed enough of these in your life, I'm sure. Now, Zetu, I've got to ask, because if I'm getting a buzz just thinking about how far you have come with this humble little citrus, what does it feel like to you when you walk into a Woolies and you see your fruit there, you see people's reaction, you see the products that have been born out of this incredible citrus? What does that feel like?
It's a moment of pride, thinking about all the hard work that we have put in to ensure that these fruits land up in those shelves, and it makes us just happy to see it there on the shelves.
I wish you could see my son's face when he eats one of these, and thank you again for the easy peeling nature. Okay, don't stop squeezing, girl. I mean, we've got a demanding crew waiting for their mocktail. So what's going into our mocktail? We're going to add some soda water, all right?
Okay.
And I like these because we work on a breakfast show, so it's nice to feel grown up every once in a while, making a grown-up's drink.
Looks lovely.
You must have the expectation from your family every time they see you. They must expect you to come with like bags and bags of Clement Gold.
I have to post them home because it's so far, so it's a must. I always get that, always.
So we have got a strawberry and mint flavored syrup. No preservatives added. I think this is going to be perfect. So this, I have no idea what the scientific measurement would be. I'm going to go on your intuition. You tell me when to stop.
I'll tell you when to stop.
Okay.
I think that's enough. Should be enough.
Perfect.
Yeah.
You can see you're a manager of people. I love that. So you can now add the final touches of our drink here. Do you want to put the Clement Gold in that you have so passionately got for us? How tough was it for you to stake your claim in this space, and what are you most proud of when it comes to you? I know the Clement Gold is a winner, but you have been a part of that journey. What makes you most proud?
I'm proud of the fact that I am here doing what I love, agriculture, which is known to be male-dominated. Truly a success story, one that I hope will inspire other young women that it is possible to get into this farming industry and make it work.
And we are really proud of you as well, and I think your team is so unbelievably proud of you. So we are going to officially name this mocktail the Zetu. I think it deserves that, okay? I'm going to want to get in as much of that delicious pulp as we possibly can.
Yum.
Oh, man. And I think this is the only time it's excusable not to eat a Clement Gold segment by segment. And then we're going to add our final little touches here.
Okay.
And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen, the Zetu mocktail. Absolutely love it. And we're going to cheers again in just a moment. I've been trying to think of the best way to describe a Clement Gold. Maybe it's a lusciously, virtually seedless flesh with an absolutely flavorful taste that drips like honey. And it's just about as sweet as Zetu here. If you haven't tried a Clementine Gold already, what are you waiting for? Do yourself a flavor and get to a Woolies now, because it's exclusively available at Woolworths. Cheers, my friend.
Yes.
Take me back.
Take me back. Like gold. I mean, look at that.
Look at it. Easy peeler.
Like,
supremely
listen,
easy peeler.
I'm not going to lie. I've had so many of these, I think, in the past couple of days. I think I must have eaten an entire tree worth of Clementine Gold.
Not
it
a
really
chance.
is that nice.
Not a chance, bro. I felt like Charlie in the Chocolate Factory when you see how many of these Clementine Golds are on each tree and how fast those pickers have to work to bring that all in. Absolutely amazing. So impactful to see that Woolworths has all these steps in place to ensure that we as customers get the best possible quality fruit. So take advantage of their winter seasonality campaign right now and buy any 2 Clementine Gold mandarins and save $20 in the process. But the offer valid up until the 20th of August. Jump on it, because they are right now absolutely beautiful. Please.
There we go.
Because I didn't have enough.
No, because you didn't have enough already. No, go get on this deal. It really is amazing. We're going to take a very quick break. Don't go anywhere. We're going to run you through, because that time of the year, the SAFTA nominations. Yes, they are out. So we're going to run you through some of those top nominations. Stick around for that. And then, of course, we have the master, the legend in studio, Jonathan Rocksmith. He's here. Give us a little something, Jonathan.
Oh, don't take us there. Oh, wow. It's the
Bake more memories and win big with Taskmaster SA and Royal Baking Powder. Watch the show every Tuesday at 7 and enter our competition by creating your unique own bake based on the theme using Royal Baking Powder. Post it on the competition post on social media using #TheTastemasterSA and stand a chance of winning a KitchenAid stand mixer and more every week. Unleash your creativity with the Tastemaster SA and Royal Baking Powder.
We'll see you in the Tastemaster kitchen.
It's my feel-good show. All right, welcome back to your feel-good breakfast show, Expresso, right here on S3. It is that time. We gave you a little bit of a taste just before the break, but I do hope that you're holding on to your seats right now as you're in for a treat, a ride this morning, because joining us is the incredible Jonathan Rocksmith, a musical theatre actor and a singer. He's a legend. We love him here, who has starred in a variety of big and popular musicals in South Africa and abroad as well. And after a sold-out season at Theatre on the Bay, he returns with the show Key Change. So let's give a big feel-good welcome this morning, Jonathan Rocksmith, everyone. Give him a round of applause. And there we go. I was waiting for that. Lekker, can I please just... Absolutely. It's good to see you,
You
my
too.
friend. Welcome back.
Oh, we were just saying last time I saw you was 2017, is that right?
I can't believe it's been that long. You
Time
look exactly the same.
Time flies when you're affordable.
Yeah, listen to that.
But it's been a very interesting time, and as you say, we're back at Theatre on the Bay. it's not often, you know, in this country, if you can write a show that people really enjoy, that's great. But when you can actually come back and return something that's original and that's very much yours to a venue like Theatre on the Bay in Cape Town, it's kind of best of all worlds.
Yeah, it's good. Listen, you're bringing it back. So for those who never had the opportunity to see the show first time round, you're bringing it back now. So what are we bringing this time? What are we looking forward to? Is there some changes? The same thing?
Well, if people didn't see the show the first time, first of all, sis. But the bottom line is with the show is it's about not just my relationship with the piano, but you know all those sort of pianistic songs that are best played on the piano, or performed on the piano, that people have, whether they realize it or not, attached their memories to. So nostalgia, music, good times. The point of the show is to have a lot of fun. That's it. And it's myself, a band of 5 really great musicians, and we play everything from Beethoven to Billy Joel, Elton John to Liberace, Jerry Lee Lewis. You know, there's literally a bit of everything.
So all the songs you know and you fell in love.
The songs you don't even know you know.
You see now.
And the songs you didn't realize you wanted to hear again. That's kind of the point. So we've added a few things for this run now to justify people coming back a 3rd or 4th time. And they are, which is amazing.
Yeah.
A lady drove all the way from Stellenbosch the other night. People have driven in from George. People have flown down from Joburg to Cape Town to see the show again. So it's a great feeling, you know.
Yeah, they actually just come to see you in your incredible suits.
Well, yeah, the rhinestones kind of make the.
There we go.
Show.
Yeah. All right. So if people want to go through, how does it work with regards to tickets? So
basically, you go to web tickets, or you can contact the Theatre on the Bay directly, and we in Cape Town at Theatre on the Bay until the 19th of August, and then we're taking a little break on September, and then we go to Johannesburg, the Peter Terrine Monte Cassino Theatre, from the 9th to the 29th of October. So yeah.
Fantastic. Well, you're going to give us a bit of a something.
Absolutely.
Right now, what are we looking forward to?
This is, as you can see with the jacket at the back, this is a sort of a hat tip to Elton John.
Okay.
And my favorite Elton John song, which is Your Song.
Your Song?
Yeah.
By Elton John. Jonathan Rocksmith performing live on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Take it away,
and
my
it's
friend.
nice and high at 7 o'clock in the morning, which I really like, you know.
Good luck.
It's a little bit funny, this feeling inside. I'm not one of those who can easily hide. I don't have much money, but boy, if I did, I'd buy a big house where we both could live. If I was a sculptor, but then again, no, or a man who makes potions in a traveling show. I know it's not much, but it's the best I can do. My gift is my song, and this one's for you. Tell everybody that this is your song. It may be quite simple, but now that it's done, hope you don't mind, I hope you don't mind that I put down in words how wonderful life is. Now you're in the world. I sat on the roof and I kicked off the moss. Well, a few of the versions, well, they got me quite cross. The sun's been kind. Well, I wrote this song. It's for people like you that keep it turned on. So excuse me for getting, but these things I do, you see, I've forgotten if they're green or they're blue. Anyway, the thing is, what I really mean, yours are the sweetest eyes
friend. You know, if anybody ever asked me and said, listen, so what does pure professionalism and talent look like? I'll just say, just look at Jonathan.
Oh, guys.
Yeah, that's just, I've got to give you that compliment because you are so amazing, man, and you're such a showman, and you're so good at what you do. Thank you very much for being here this morning.
Well, we've got a few other things up our sleeves, so let's see if that statement holds.
Well, let's see. The bar's set now, my friend. The bar's set now. That was your song. And your song, by the way. We have 2 more live performances heading your way. Stick around for that. We're going to take a very quick break, and then we're going to meet the Minister of Menstruation and what she did to a very popular 5FM DJ to put him through his paces. And then we're also going to be taking a look at some of those SAFTA nominees because, yes, South Africa, it is that time of the year. We'll see you after the break.
Welcome back, baby. Lights, camera, action. Yes, get ready for a star-studded celebration of South African film and television excellence. Oh, this is the best time of the year for us. Today, we are thrilled to unveil some of the highly anticipated nominations for the 17th annual SAFTAs, the South African Film and Television Awards. It's massive, and from heartwarming children's programs to gripping dramas and side-splitting comedies, we've got it all covered. So without further ado, here are some of your nominations, and there are so many amazing shows that I think we need the validation now more than ever within this industry just to back ourselves. And we've got so many incredible programs to focus on. So let's start with the Best Children's Program. And the nominations are this: Words and Numbers, Series 10, Seeing Red, Not Yellow, Takalani Sesame, the OGs, and then Nick Music Africa. I'm so glad that Takalani Sesame is still
there, dude. They're still doing their thing.
Sesame. Absolutely.
And then, of course, a fierce competition between the best competition reality shows. I mean, there's some big ones out there. So some of the nominations are Tropical Island of Treasure, All Stars. Yes, please. Come on. Bring it home.
Yes,
Bring
they
it
are
home.
a sister show of ours, so we are
exactly.
very happy.
Die Groenste Vingers, Seisoen 2. Dance Yodumo, Season 1. The Tastemaster.
Yes,
hey,
please.
Come on, it's in there.
Come on.
And Hoofvrouw of Trouwvrouw.
I have a feeling we're going to have to choose between like 2 favorite siblings with this one. Yeah, it feels like
it's going to be a tough one.
Well done to the Tastemaster.
Some good competition there.
Well, I've seen the effect that the Tastemaster has had in the kind of foodie world this year, and it's amazing. It's become like the baseline for what foodies are seeing as their way to plug into the industry. Well done, absolutely love it. Let's now move to Best Entertainment Program, and we've got Die Kolig Met Series 2. We've got Miss South Africa 22 live for finale, which was massive, and then Noord vir Noord Series 46. And I have a feeling Noord vir Noord is going to be a big gun this
46 seasons, my friend. It's
wow.
A lot. We want to quickly move on to the best achievement in script writing for TV soaps.
For sure.
And there's a lot. I mean, we know how hard these guys are writing.
The lifeblood.
The creativity that they're coming forward with. So first and foremost, for Scandal, the script writers there, Amira Patel, Grace Matlaba, Thomas Hall, Paul Grootboom, Nonhlanhla Simelane, Ompile Mulusi, Rosalind Butler, Tereska Muishorn, Temba Mahlangu, and Kelly Robinson. So it's a big team. You can see the team and the family it takes to put something quality down like that. So to all the scriptwriters from Scandal, congratulations for that nomination. And then also for the scriptwriters from Uzalo, is also in the running, Clive Madia, Busisiwe Matonzi Zwane, Lorato Fefo, Putetso Tebidi, and then also Generations are in there as well. The legacy practitioner there, the writing team for everyone there from the legacy. So definitely a lot.
You can thank them and you can hate them for all of the drama that they put us through. And all of
we love to hate it. We love to hate it.
Let's move now to recognizing some of those incredible performances by supporting actors. And the best supporting actress in a TV soap, Odell Devet from Binnelanders. We got Marion Holm from Seit Oorster. And then Diketseng Mnisi from Skiem Sam. Congratulations.
Nice, nice. Moving on to best supporting actor in a TV soap. Gerald Steyn van Binnelanders. Katlego from Skiem Sam and Charlie from Binnelanders. Meneer, baie geluk op daai ene.
And then this is a big one. I think it means a lot. They'll say it doesn't, but it does. Okay, the best actress in a TV soap. And we've got Cindy Swanepoel from Binnelanders, Harriet Manamela from Skiem Sam, Elizabeth Serunya from Skiem Sam having a good year, and Rafilme Madumo from Generations, The Legacy. It's going to be another heavy-hitting category, that's sure.
Exactly. Then quickly, best actor in a TV drama. We had Don Nawa from Makoti, Season 2. We had Craig Urbani, also from Makoti, Season 2. Zaynis, yes. Ludik, fantasties. We also saw Jason Willemse from Ubetina Wetu. That's the second season. And Mpo Medukwane for Entangled, Season 1.
Oh, now these ones we rely on to keep us laughing and to keep us sane during those tough days. The best actor in a TV comedy, we've got James Borthwick from The Hotel, Season 5. Then we got Michael Mabizela from Kwa Mamazala. And then Toby Cronier from Outrape, Season 1.
So Toby Cronier's in there.
Oh, please let him win. That would be so awesome for this generation. Come on.
He's given so much as well to the industry. Best lifestyle program as well. Homegrown, Taste South Africa. Season 1 is in there. Space Guard and Sparsy. Seisoen 1 is also there for best lifestyle program. That's their nominations.
Oh, now this is a very big one, and it's quite emotionally loaded, certainly for me and for us as we compete now for, this is the public vote, and what makes it even more exciting, it's for favorite TV presenter. And when I say the big guns, this is going to be your toughest voting challenge yet. Let's start with a drop mic moment. Emo Adams, obviously for Noord, Season 46. Tsegofatso Masapunya from Yo MTV Raps Uncapped. Then I actually started my career with McFarlane Moleli, who is doing an amazing job on Carte Blanche. Then we've got Kiyomo Shetswe Motebedi from Heavy Hitters. We got Denra Frachom from Words and Numbers, Series 10. We got Lorna Maseko from Homegrown Taste South Africa, Season 1. Incredible. We've got Klengiwe Ntombela from VIB Invite. Then we've got Katlego Mabue for Tropica Island of Treasure, All Stars. Just breathe there for a moment. Just breathe there for a moment. Tato Malamu from Abazali, Season 2. Nico Panaggio from Survivor South Africa. Well done, Nico. We love you, guy. That is an unbelievably strong field.
Yep, I don't know how you're going to choose, but there's some good presenting talent out there, that is for sure. We want to quickly move on to most popular TV show or telenovela. So for the most popular TV soap or telenovelas, we have the runners there for Uzalo, Muvango, Season 23, Redemption, Season 1, Giyani, Land of Blood, Durban Gen, Legacy, The Black Door, Season 1, Scandal on ETV, Diepe Waters, Deep City, Season 2. We had also The Estate. We have as well Skiem Sam, also Generations, and House of Zwede. So there's a number of there. That's
yeah, man, I know very difficult choices we have given you, but just to reinforce how much this means for those within the industry, this little pat on the back, let's take you to that moment of the announcements of the nominees so we can live it ourselves.
The South African film and television industry
is united in collaboration through a diversity of talent and skill. Our stories flow together. These are some of your nominees.
For Best Variety Show.
In the category Best Competition Reality Show. Your nominees for Best Lifestyle Program.
For Best Children's Program.
And in the category Best Entertainment Program. Then, in the category Best Actress in a TV Soap.
And for Best Actor in a TV Soap.
In the category Best Supporting Actress in a TV Soap. And Best Supporting Actor in a TV Soap.
The nominees for Best Actress in a TV Comedy.
And for Best Actor in a TV Comedy. In the category Best Actress in a TV Drama.
And Best Actor in a TV Drama.
The nominees for Best Achievement in Script Writing, Feature Film. Then vote for your Best TV Presenter.
The nominees are
and make your vote count in the category Most Popular TV Soap or Telenovela. These are your nominees. Follow the SAFTers on our social platforms for all the nominees.
plus details on the live show broadcasts.
SAFTers 17. Our stories flow together.
Okay. I love it, man. And I suppose it's one of those times where we do get over ourselves in terms of the internal politics and the competition between channels and all those sorts. We're just so proud of the South African film and television industry for surviving the last few years.
I think
and
that's the
thriving.
biggest part of
no.
Look, so much incredible work has been done out there, but we, of course, are going to be diving deeper into it as we get closer to it. So stick around for all those updates right here on your Vugo Breakfast Show. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to have some fun after the break. Yes, we meet the Minister of Menstruation and what that entails. And also, Dan Corder from 5FM experiences period pain for the first time. We'll see how that goes. Stick around.
Ground you with love by Clover.
Welcome back. Just one last hour of the show to savor, so stick around. Let's get into those news headlines.
Thank you very much, Graham. Let's run you through very quickly as 2 minutes ahead of 8 o'clock this morning with your national news headlines. A former forensics manager at Eskom, Dorothy Mushi, accuses the power entity of not providing her with security after she allegedly received death threats. An alleged hitman apparently informed Mushi shortly before her contract at Eskom expired in a recorded phone call that a senior Eskom official had offered him 400,000 rand to kill her. Mushi uncovered incidents of alleged collusion and corruption that cost Eskom billions of rands. She said she was also victimized by some of the suppliers after she had revealed the existence of cartels operating in Eskom. And a total of 12 accused, including Thabo Bester and Nandipa Magudumana, will appear in the Bloemfontein Magistrates Court today on charges relating to Bester's escape from custody, among other matters. However, legal expert Dikeledi Moeti is of the view that the matter will not be argued but postponed for further investigation. The police had previously asked for 3 months to conclude their investigations, as there were chances of more arrests being made, and Bester escaped from the Mangaung prison in May last year after faking his own suicide. Then over to international news headlines this morning. An overwhelming majority approved the changes to the constitution in the Central African Republic with over 95% of the vote, the committee in charge of overseeing the referendum has said. Opposition parties boycotted the vote, saying the amended law was designed to keep President Faustin Archange Touadera in power for life. They said the referendum lacked transparency and called it a constitutional coup. Some 2 million people registered to vote, and turnout was estimated by those checking the poll as low. And thousands of scouts at an international event in South Korea are being evacuated from a campsite due to the severe approaching tropical storm Kanun. Several countries, including the UK, have already left, blaming high temperatures and poor sanitary conditions at the camp. Attended by some 40,000 young people from 155 countries, the World Scout Jamboree has been plagued by problems from the very start. Tropical storm Kanun, which has already forced evacuations and cut off power to thousands in Japan, is forecast to reach South Korea on Thursday. And we end up with this story. A small food outlet at a fuel service station in Chatsworth has just been crowned the Bunny Chow King in the SA Bunny Chow Barometer Challenge, which was held in Durban this weekend. Now, the prize, a whopping 50,000 rand for a store makeover. Now, Bunny Chow is, of course, an Indian SA favorite fast food. It consists of a hollowed-out half white bread loaf served with a curry filling, either vegetarian beans or some type of meat. And the winner, Gregory Naidu, congratulations, sir, says he's immensely proud that his little outlet won with this signature dish. And of course, the customers are flocking in to taste the winning Bunny Chow, is all singing the praises heaven high. Congratulations, Mr. Naidu. Very, very proud, and I hope that your little spot there is going to look remarkable, even more so after that little makeover. That's your news headlines on your Tuesday morning, right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We've got one more round of sports for you.
Well, in all honesty, the best Bunny Chow in Durban is a very tough act to follow. That is probably the most intense competition out there. We'll give it our best shot. Let's start with football, and in a remarkable display, the Matildas have secured their spot in the quarterfinals of this year's FIFA Women's World Cup. So in an unexpected turn, perhaps inspired by the netballing ladies, Caitlin Foord found the back of the net at the 30-minute mark. And that eased Australia's initial tensions, and then the victory was sealed by Hayley Raso's commanding strike in the second half. Brilliant performance. So now their next challenge awaits, and that's facing either the African Connection in Morocco or France in Brisbane on Saturday. Both tough draws. Now, keeping the Australian connection, it seems that Australia has chosen Mitchell Marsh as the new T20 captain for the South African inbound tour, stepping in as cover for Pat Cummins as he recovers from that wrist fracture, but should be ready for the World Cup, thankfully. So Marsh will lead in the initial 3 T20 matches. That's post the Aaron Finch retirement era. And then notably, Mitchell Starc, Josh Hazelwood, Cameron Green, and the big-hitting David Warner all being rested, which bodes well for our bowling lineup. The T20 series commences here on home soil on August the 30th, so lots to get excited about. Likewise, on the rugby front, it's all about the World Cup in France. Let's hone in on England's preparation, and England's coach, Steve Borthwick's 33-player Rugby World Cup squad has revealed a surprising absentee in the form of Henry Slade. So despite being a key figure in the team's journey to the final finals 4 years ago, where they lost to the Springboks, and featuring in 30 of the last 37 tests. You'd think he was a mainstay, but Slade was edged out by Joe Marchant. Though Wales outplayed England 29 in their last encounter, Marchant's performance definitely stood out to earn him the nod. And in Group D, he will be facing Argentina, Japan, Samoa, and Chile. Definitely a favourable World Cup draw segment. And I think as we turn to the books, not so much, a bit more challenging. Likewise, the selection process, and it'll all go down today, 2:30 p.m. Our coach, Springbok coach Jacques Nienaber, is set to unveil our 33-player squad bound for France and geared to safeguard that gorgeous Webb Ellis trophy that we have as the world champions. Navigating through some standout contenders, a great place to be. I suppose Nienaber faces a challenging task, and of course that'll only continue when we get to France. In Group B, the Springboks are slated to vie against Ireland, Scotland, Tonga and Romania. A couple of giant slayers in there. All promises to be an intense encounter, and of course to the Irish fans, a giant as well. 2:30 is when it's going down. Keep an eye on Mr. Carl Wastie's socials. He's the hype man for the announcement today. We're so proud of you, bro. Go and follow all of the action. But right now, let's connect to all of the action on our roads.
Thank you so much, Graham. Let's quickly take a look at what is happening out there on the roads in Cape Town. Some road updates for you. Now, the road has been opened on Malibongwe Drive, and this is now safe to use. However, the Potsdam Road through Dunoon is currently closed, and that's due to strike, so please plan accordingly. Then in Strandfontein in Cape Town, there have been reports of some stone throwing. That's on the N2 between Meway and Spine Road, so please approach there with caution as well and try using an alternative route. But all in all, just be safe out there in entire South Africa. Let's get into weather for the last time. Starting with some weather news first and foremost. Now, while Europe, America and Asia are suffering heatwave upon heatwave, experts warn that similar extreme weather events will also hit South Africa in the next 6 months or so. Now, climate modelling shows that within the next 10 years, South Africa will experience heatwaves of unprecedented intensity. Professor Francois Engelberg, director of the Global Change Institute at Wits University, says that South Africa therefore urgently needs a climate health warning system. He says South Africans will need to systematically adapt to more extreme temperature events, and part of this adaptation to reduce vulnerability in the long run is proper housing, naturally ventilated buildings that do not become as hot in summer, and easy access to cool water for all South Africa's people. Sure, let's see how that unfolds, but I think we must all just brace ourselves for some hot weather heading our way. Let's get into those temperatures right now for the last time this morning, and we're starting off with Polokwane on 4 minimum with a maximum of 24 degrees. Mbombela starting off on 10 minimum with a maximum of a hot 28. Pretoria on 8 minimum, your maximum 23. Johannesburg 6 and a high of 22 degrees. Then over in King, you can expect a minimum of 5 this morning with a maximum of 25 degrees. Klerksdorp starting off nice and cold this morning with 2 degrees minimum and a maximum of a mild 24 later on today. Kimberly also cold with a minimum of 4, reaching a maximum of 24 as well. Bloemfontein very, very cold this morning on 1 degree minimum, your maximum on 23 degrees later on today. Then jumping over to Richards Bay this morning with a minimum of 14, your maximum 27 degrees. Pietermaritzburg on 9 degrees minimum, chilly, but then warming up to 28 later on today. Durban starting off on 18, your maximum 25. Mthatha on 9 degrees minimum, reaching a high of 28 degrees. Over in East London, you can expect a minimum of 14 degrees with a maximum of 21. Cradock starting off on 5 degrees minimum, your maximum 24. Gqeberha on 12 degrees and a maximum of 20 later on today. And George starting off on around 10 degrees minimum and a maximum of a cooler 16 degrees later on today. In Cape Town, you can expect a minimum of 9 degrees this morning with a maximum of 17. Worcester 7 this morning with a maximum of 18 degrees. Sutherland also cold this morning with a maximum of a minimum of 2, reaching a maximum of 18 degrees. And Uppington starting off on 5 degrees and a warm maximum of 29 degrees later on today. That's a wrap. Your temperatures. Now I know exactly what to wear or pack into your car for this Tuesday. Before we do anything else, let's quickly take a look at your sunrise views for the last time this morning. And this one is from Romy. Good morning, Romy, all the way from George, capturing these beautiful pink tones blasting up the sky. Looks stunning. Thank you very much, Romy. Hope you have a wonderful day. Tanya, good morning to you in KZN. She says standing there in her garden and she was about to hang the washing and then she saw this view. Brightly lit orange sky and it looks beautiful. Thank you very much, Tanya. Wesley, all the way in Namibia. Good morning, Wesley. I mean, come on. Perfect moment. Still water, beautiful reflections. That's just a picture. That is beautiful. Thank you very much, Wesley. And we have one more for you, Denzel in Port Alfred, sharing this video. Tangerine streaks of colors through the sky. Stunning way to start the day as well. Denzel, that looks hundreds. Very, very nice. I love that. Makes me want to go on holiday seeing your video, Denzel. Thank you very much. Appreciate all your morning views. You really fill our hearts with envy every morning to see where you wake up in such beautiful spots. You can continue to do so. We'd love to see your pictures. Send it to our WhatsApp line 063 408 8863. All right, let's get into the last hour of the show right now. And it's about that time of the morning to meet the Minister of Menstruation.
Yes, indeed. I'm going to just get this out of the way. It's Women's Year 2023. It's Women's Year. And we are celebrating women and the incredible work that they do, often, in most cases, unrequited. And one particular person who we are loving at the moment, Candice Chirwa, is affectionately known, or powerfully known, as the Minister of Menstruation, who is making it her mission to change the disempowering narrative around periods. And this morning, she is joining us live via video call from the City of Gold. My sister, a very good morning, Candice. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm very excited, but I think I'm matched by your excitement. I think we're going to out-excite each other today because we are just those kind of people. So I get your energy. I get the vibe because I understand we are dealing with half the population. Why is period poverty, if I can call it that, because I think we are still very much caught in that phase of this journey, probably one of the biggest social challenges we are facing as a country? And why are we not focusing on this as one of the biggest challenges we are facing as a country?
That's a really good question, right? Because, you know, period poverty is an African issue. It's not just an African issue. It is a global issue that impacts more than 500 million people who menstruate. And in South Africa, up to 7 million girls cannot afford to buy period products. And that is just recorded data that we have just on the period products alone. This hasn't factored in the access to infrastructure. This hasn't factored in the access to medical care. This hasn't factored in the fact that they don't even have access to education. And period poverty isn't just a woman and girl's responsibility to solve. We need men and boys involved in this conversation, right? So as my duty and agenda as the Minister of Menstruation, my whole objective is to bring awareness around period poverty, but most importantly to get people to understand that this is a biological function that we have no control over, and all we're asking for is a period positive world that allows us to manage our periods with dignity and care month to month.
We shouldn't even be having this conversation, and I know I'm going to sound all idealistic, and I'm kind of preaching to the choir right now, but I'm going to reiterate once again, it's half the population, okay? And the statistics we've been talking about in terms of the role that women are playing in South Africa right now, we're talking about a part of the population that is carrying the load for the majority of the population right now when it comes to parenting, when it comes to leading households, when it comes to taking the socio-economic knock-on effect of not having these resources. So it's like this perfect storm that just gets compounded by this very fact. You've stepped up to connect the dots here, and I think maybe this is the solution, not a shift in the mindset, but rather in what we can action immediately and how easy we can make it for people to get on board. Unfortunately, that's where we're at with humans. If we haven't been motivated emotionally yet by what's going on around us, maybe nothing will. So Curate, you have stepped up and created action. What do you do as an organization?
Before I get into Curate, Graham, are you available to be the Deputy Minister of Menstruation? Because what you said there.
I am, please. As long as I get a sash. Do I get to wear a sash?
I wear red every day.
I'm there. I'm there for you, sister. I love it.
Essentially what we do at Curate is, like you mentioned, we are literally walking the talk where we are eradicating the period stigmas. We are confronting the issues around the myths that you've mentioned, the misinformation around periods, and we're doing this through workshops, right? So we're advocating for the fact that young people any person really, no matter the age, race, group, wherever they come from, really need to understand what periods are. And we do this in a very educating, fun, informative way that really shifts the narrative around periods from a disempowering one to an empowering one. So that's what we've been doing for the past 5 years. You know, we have been traveling from school to school in South Africa, and we still have to come to Western Cape, by the way. So whoever's watching this, if you want us to come to Western Cape, be sure to contact Curate or contact the Deputy Minister of Menstruation. He'll make a plan.
Yes.
That's what we do. You know, we're trying to essentially create this menstrual movement where we're saying everyone can join it, no matter gender, age, race, group. We need to advocate to end period poverty once and for all.
This is kind of a loaded question. So I was fortunate enough as a young man to grow up in an all-female household, and I was wrong all the time. That's basically how I felt as a teenager, just like I didn't know what to do. So part of this period positive conversation needs to be reframed so that men and boys can talk about this comfortably, that young girls in particular can talk about this comfortably with their dads, with their brothers, which isn't an easy thing to do because of this buildup of stigma and all of the nonsense around this space. What advice do you have for us gents that want to do more in this space? What is the shift that needs to happen within us, do you think?
This is such an important question, and I think it's especially because Women's Day is coming up tomorrow, men have a responsibility in understanding the lived experiences of menstruators, right?
Yeah.
So if you are dating someone who menstruates, I think it's important to have the conversation and understanding what symptoms they go through and what responsibility you have in trying to help them. Because, you know, outside of the cramps and the nausea and the dizziness, we also just feel bad because of hormonal fluctuations, right?
Yeah.
And again, we have no control over this. So I think it's a matter of understanding, and all men can do is ask, what can I do to help? Instead of passing judgment or making us feel less than or inferior, ask, what can I do to help? But I also think the responsibility of men and boys is that they should read and research on this, right?
Yeah.
So you can learn from your fellow minister of menstruation, but take it further, listen to podcasts, read literature, you know, engage with the menstruators in your life to really learn about periods and the lived experiences around it. Because in as much as period poverty is saying people don't have access to products, we also need to factor into the fact that there's also a social and a political element to it. The stigma that we need to remove that to establish a period positive world. So men, ask the fellow menstruators in your life what you can do to help. And I can assure you they'll say, I need chocolate, I need money, I need comfort, and I can guarantee you.
And a hot water bottle or two might go down okay. Oh, Captain, my Captain. Absolutely love you, sister. Thank you so much. We're going to stay in your ecosystem and have a little bit of fun with Dan Corder in just a moment. We're going to keep all of your Curate details up for as long as we can. Enjoy Women's Year, my friend. Okay, take ownership of that. I love it. Again, the cup is refilled from the Minister of Menstruation herself, changing the world one period at a time. And if you want to get involved to learn more from this incredible individual and her team, you can find her on social media at Candice_Tirwa and join her in the fight toward changing this narrative. We are period positive.
Thank you so much, Graham. We're going to continue with that conversation as Dan Corder will be experiencing period pain for the very first time, with the help, of course, of Candice, our Minister of Menstruation. And we have another epic performance heading your way from the master that he is, Jonathan Rocksmith. He is in the house. Give us a little something there, my friend. We'll see you after the break.
Bespoke.
It's my feel good.
Welcome back. Thank you so much for keeping it dialed in the year of the woman. It's Women's Year. Forget about Women's Month, okay? Now, the Minister of Menstruation, Candice Chirwa, is actively changing the world one period at a time. We love her, even with men, okay? And I love what she's been doing. She's been trending on social media by giving some of Mzansi's most loved male personalities the ability to step into a woman's shoes and experience what period cramps actually feel like.
And 5FM's Dan Corder was one of these lucky individuals. So let's witness what happened.
It's the first day of Women's Month, and so the wonderful Candice Chirwa, who is the Minister of Menstruation, is live on 5 with us. I'm going to put on a dramatic bed because Tabo and I are about to feel the pain. I'm live on Instagram. If you don't believe me, I'll show you. 1, ow! 2, 3, 4, ow! 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 Okay, quickly, level 10. Ow! False. Obviously false.
Why is it 6 slabs does the average person lose during a period? 6 to 8 teaspoons, 18 to 20 teaspoons,
Ow!
33 to 35 teaspoons.
I've lost more than that in the last 4 minutes. Okay. Tom will go first. You've been seeing my answers. No, he doesn't. He's faking. Ow!
With the netball, the Proteas bounce back with a comfortable win against Trinidad and Tobago in their Pool G encounter at the CTICC.
And of course, joining us now live via Johannesburg, live on our show and live on 5FM, it's Dan the Man, Dan Corder. Oh, good morning, sunshine. Sorry to put you through that, Boyki. Looked absolutely excruciating. How are you doing?
My brother, I'm still recovering. I'm still getting nightmares. I'm still turning to my girlfriend every single day and saying, I don't know how you did that. That is absolutely extraordinary. And I don't know how you do that every single month.
Dude.
I just think it's so cool and important. And Candice Chirwa is doing the good work with us. We're also obviously getting listeners, couples, heterosexual couples, to come in every single Friday and have the man in every single relationship do their best, essentially. But it's just amazing because everybody says, yo, these period pangs are so hectic. And it's only a little bit of what it's like to have a period. There are lots of other things that happen that the machine can't do, but it's just extraordinary to think that people go through this 7, 10, sometimes even more days every single month. And I just think more men need to understand what women tolerate, and the fact that women get on doing their normal lives. They work just like us. Nobody's taking health or medical leave or anything. They're just continuing to do it. It's extraordinary.
Look, just looking at you right now, Dan, I mean, you look like a humbled man. I can see it in your eyes. You look humbled. Let's talk expectation versus reality here very quickly. I mean, obviously beforehand, you obviously expected, you can't really fathom what it's going to be like. And then compared to the reality side of it, I mean, how did you experience it? What was that whole kind of journey for you like?
Do you know what I didn't expect? I didn't expect how much pain you feel outside of kind of like what would be the womb area or the abdomen area. I didn't expect the fact that essentially you get smashed in your legs, in your knees, like so many other parts of your body starts really panicking and shutting down. It was wild, absolutely wild. And then I can imagine, because I did it for like 4 or 5 minutes, the longer it goes, the more likely you are to get a headache or the rest because it's so excruciating.
Yeah, completely. I mean, I always use this analogy, like a pain on a level 10 every once in a while is hectic, but a pain on a level 4 all the time will destroy you, dude. I've got to ask you to be really honest here. Before going through this experience, had you thought about what your beautiful partner goes through once a month? Had you actually thought about what the women in your life experience when they go through their period?
I think I did, but only because I was raised in a powerful matriarchy of 3 sisters and a mom.
Yeah, me
but
too,
I don't think I thought how seriously it was affecting and how many days and for how long it affects people. And as I said earlier, what I couldn't get out of my brain was, like, women are just expected, female body people are expected to get on with their lives completely normal, and then us men have a little cold or a little man flu and suddenly everything turns to tears. You know what I'm saying? So I was really shooketh by that.
Sure, my friend. Well, thank you for taking us through that experience with you. It seems like you really did learn a lot, and we appreciate it, man. And yeah, I think we can look at this particular month and Women's Day as well, just in a bit of a different light as we go into it.
Absolutely right. And thank you for having me, guys. Always a treat to be on radio and TV at the same time.
We love you guys. We love our little ecosystem when it is screaming this kind of message. We need to talk about it. We need to understand our lived experience. Women are the real superheroes out there, and we need to honor the warrior woman in our lives this month.
Exactly, and we want to say it. Happy Women's Month to all of you, our incredible women in our lives. We love you and we appreciate you. And we did put something out on Facebook that we would love for you to connect with as well. Ladies, when it is that time of the month and you need a little extra care, how do you show yourself love?
And we need some life hacks here, please, okay? So Naomi yesterday said, wow, I've recently discovered I'm very moody that time of the month, okay? I don't want to be touched. I get irritated easily, but generally I'm a very patient person. Weird, right? No, it's not weird. You're perfectly fine just the way you are.
But she says, warm bath, lots of snack, hot water bottle, Netflix. Please leave me alone. So there we go. I love that.
I know. Just get out of the way, buddy. Zelda Hennessy, I give in to my cravings a bit more than usual, and I'm just more gentle with myself. Yeah. Allowing myself to feel my feelings and also take a nap when I need the extra rest. There ain't no shame in a nap. Okay, I will say that from the rooftops.
Josephine, good morning.
Morning,
Joe. Good to hear from you. Saying, I take extra care of myself going to the nail salon for a pedicure and a manicure, a body massage, and just relax, taking it easy.
Okay, that's taking it a bit far, Josephine, okay? Come on, girl, it's a spa day. Okay, what you just said is a spa day. No, that's perfectly fine. All right, keep them coming, please. And I'm going to say this specifically on behalf of the gents, for the gents. Please give us a bit of a guide, a little Bible to follow when it's that time of the month. What do you need and what do you do for yourself to give yourself a little bit of extra care? Use that hashtag Expresso Show if you're going to hit us up on the socials. We're going to continue this incredible journey of a show as we can and celebrate with music.
With music, Jonathan Rocksmith, he's here. He's going to be performing for us. We've got two performances left. And Kute, she's still out in Kimberly exploring. We're going to hit a bit of a tourism angle and see what Kimberly has to offer for those viable tourists. All right, Jonathan, will you give us a little, we know you can, just a little something.
It's my feel-good. Jonathan Rocksmith is back, shinier than ever before.
Yeah.
Your makeup looks great, but your jacket...
Makeup? I'm not wearing makeup.
Of course, he hasn't for years. Now, he is back for his return season at the Cape Town Theatre on the Bay, and we are here for this. And we are going to get just Jonathan unfiltered in our space, which is why I love it. In fact, you were so hard on our piano last time out, you broke it, okay?
Well, don't tell Yamaha, but that just shows you. No, it's an interesting... This show, we all take turns giving each other like physio backstage, because the show... Really, it's a it's a lot of work to get it done.
You have to have a mastery, and you do have a mastery. I know we gush over you and we say you're amazing and you're so talented, but it's because you ridiculously are talented, and we're running out of ways of trying to explain this to people.
Keep trying.
We will, for years to come. As long as you keep returning, we'll keep trying. But there is a physical element that is very much connected to the keys and the music, but you are such a showman. You are very out there in a social sense. How do you walk that line, and do you screw it up in the show?
Socially, I'm actually quite shy. Honestly, if you see me out in public, like I'm not like.
That's why you have to wear the jacket.
Balance it out. But in terms of getting it wrong on stage, the answer is all the time. And what makes this show so specifically special is we have a basic idea of what the script is, and every night is different. So the band has a good time trying to keep it together. I have a good time trying to and with every audience, the show's different every time because they give you things differently.
For sure.
So it's like you're constantly juggling jelly, but it's so much fun.
I hadn't thought about that kind of necessary dynamic tension. Otherwise, you don't get the magical moments.
Yeah.
Is that where the best parts
I agree.
happen?
Honestly, before, when we had load shedding during performances in Johannesburg, like sometimes the power would go down and then we go into generator, and we'd have to cover those moments up and make them part of the show. And you never knew when it was going to come. In the middle of the song, at the end of the song. So those became people's favorites, and they would start coming back to the show just to see what little nugget we'd put into the show for that. Yeah.
So you must feel very, very privileged. If you're coming to one of these shows, it's a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Do you know
it really
it's bespoke theatre. Wow. It's never the same twice.
Bespoke. That was a superlative we haven't used before. Bespoke entertainment. Okay.
I'm the spokesman.
For bespoke entertainment. And bespoke jackets.
There you go.
That being said, what's going into our next performance?
So
We've got a medley.
This is in the show we call this the medley is called a tinderbox of emotion, and it basically tells a little story of a relationship from beginning to end through all of those love songs that feature iconic piano riffs.
Oh, wow.
So we go through the 5 stages of love, which are loneliness, falling in love, the wedding, the divorce, and the rebound.
And loneliness
And all of that is called Tinder. So we put that all together in a medley called a tinderbox of emotion, and it goes something like this.
Take it away.
Each morning I get up, I die a little before I put on my makeup all by myself. Don't want to say I'll never fall in love again, but they say that falling in love is so wonderful, it's so marvelous. When I fall in love, it will be with someone out there who'll find me somebody to love, find me somebody to love. First time ever I saw your face, you are so beautiful. I love you just the way you are. I'll stand by you. I'll stand by you. 'Cause all of me, and I mean all, loves all of you. And I can't help falling in love with this thing called love. I just can't feel the love tonight. When a man loves a smooth operator, I just call to say that love lifts us up where we belong. Come what may, will you still love me tomorrow? You don't send me flowers. I'm so tired of being here. Do you believe in best. When you say nothing at all, just look into my eyes, you will see that too much love will kill you. You must love me. All you need is love. That's what my therapist says. All you need is love. Open up your eyes and you'll realize, here I stand with my everlasting love. You fall, I will catch you, I'll be waiting time after time. 'Cause I will always love. You are so beautiful. Oops. I did it again. I'm absolutely mad. It's a problem. Yeah, that's pretty much. Oh.
You are so unbelievably good, dude.
That's how you get a date.
Yeah.
On TV, just like that.
Oh, man, incredible.
Well-
Absolutely incredible. Woo.
Crouch, touch, but don't you dare pause. Because when you buy any of our favorite Clover products, keep the till slip handy and catch the Expresso breakfast show every weekday morning for more details on how to enter. While the Bucks are battling for rugby's greatest prize, you can win your share of 80,000 rands worth of Weber Prize. So engage and win with rugby's greatest moments, brought to you with love by Clover.
It's my feel good.
Oh, still reeling from Jonathan's performance. He'd be right there, man. It feels one more performance. Yeah, I know it was very, very special. You can see we are gushing. But, of course, some of us are in studio. Some of us get to live the free life.
You know what? When you need a new adventure, it is time to head out on the long road. We know this. And lucky for you, Marriott International has hotels located perfectly in every city. And listen, Kutle, she's out there exploring them all.
Yeah, man, and she's one of my favorite places in the world, Kimberly, right now, to check out, obviously, Die Groot Gat, the big hole, which we absolutely love, but also to explore the beauty of this very historic and gorgeous area. Take a look.
I love the Afrikaans, you.
Yeah, thank you.
There's something special about adventure and luxury all wrapped in one, and today's adventure is nothing short of spectacular, as the Kimberly Karoo is the agenda of the day. From hotel features that are perfect for the entire family to the central locality for off-site activities, the Protea by Marriott Hotel Kimberly has me singing their praises already. They say hospitality is a way to show love and care, and when you step into a sanctuary with the incredible hospitality that I have received today, you have to acknowledge it. Lindy, it's such a pleasure to meet you. Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you for visiting Kimberly, Kutse.
What makes the Protea Hotel by Marriott Kimberly the perfect destination for a getaway?
Protea Hotel Kimberly has stayed true to Kimberly's historical feel with its decor. Our room types are quite different. We've got family rooms, suites, standard rooms. We are situated at the famous Big Hall, and we've got the museum right next door. Then we are 5 to 10 minutes away from the airport, as well as to other attractions as well, of which there are many.
Now that I've got the layout of the land, Marriott style, it's time for the adventures to begin. Let's see how pressure becomes beauty as we learn about the precious diamonds at the Kimberly Big Hall. David, I am so excited to be witnessing the Kimberly Big Hall right now. Please talk to us about the history and how it came to be.
Okay, the Kimberly Big Hall. Okay, in the beginning, it was a farm called Vooruitzig, owned by two brothers, Diederik and Jacobus de Beers. Now, mining started here the 16th of July, 1871. Now, they dug by hand up until 240 meters. So later they introduced the headgear. It's a machinery. So the headgear dug deeper, 1,097 meters. Out of the hole, they took about 14.5 million carats of diamonds.
That is a lot. What would you say makes the Kimberly Big Hall special?
Because it's hand dug. Yes, it was dug by hand. That's a unique part of the Big Hole, okay? And also it contributed towards discovery of diamonds, the history, yes.
My favorite activity of the day has to be learning about the history of mining in the town, but most importantly, learning about the different types of diamonds, the cuts, the carats, so when they decide to put a ring on it, I know exactly which one I'm going for. Philadelphia Center is a place of safety for different types of cats. I am so excited to go on my educational tour to learn more about animal conservation and the different wildlife they have here. Tertia, thank you so much for welcoming us at Philadelphia Center. Can you please tell us more about Philadelphia Center and what inspired its creation?
Well, Philadelphia Center is here to have a safe place for wild animals. We make sure that every animal that deserves a second chance in life, like to relocate back to the wild, or can we keep them? It's our two leopards, Shadow and Tequila, and both of them were actually rescues during COVID.
And how old are they?
These four in this enclosure is around 14 years of age. In captivity, they can get up to 20 years of age, and in the wild, only about 14 years.
I have had such a fantastic afternoon here at Philadelphia Center, learning more about the different cats that they have here and animal conservation. But right now, it sounds like Protea Hotel by Marriott Kimberly is calling me by name. It looks like it's time to freshen up and get ready for dinner. Food is universal, but taste is unique, and we're about to dive into the taste of Kimberly with an authentic experience. Chef Ria, talk to us about how your food gives that authentic Kimberly taste.
What we try and do is we try and use a lot of local products, and our signature dish for today is the lamb cutlets, because in the Northern Cape we specialize with our red meat, especially lamb chops and venison. We also cater for vegetarians, vegans and halals, but we want to make everybody feel at home. We also accommodate kids, and we also have buffets. We also have a la carte, which means you can sit down and order from the menu. We also have a room service menu, so we basically do cater for everyone.
I would 100% recommend Protea Hotel by Marriott Kimberly for so many reasons. First of all, the staff is so friendly, the rooms are nice and warm and cozy, the food is divine. And also, did I mention that the Big Hall is literally just here? holidays offer a sense of renewal, rejuvenation, and adventure that can only be unlocked when you decide to take a break. And thanks to Protea Hotel by Marriott Kimberly, you have found your next destination.
I've got to say, I am hating you a little bit today, Kutli, just a little bit. I love you, but I'm also hating you just a bit.
Yeah, it's nice. Must be nice, as they say. But anyways, you know what? If fun-filled experiences are what you are looking for, then you have to sign up as a Marriott Bonvoy member today on Marriott.com. That's it.
Yep, and of course, make sure you've planned your next visit, probably to Kimberly after that. We all know that National Women's Day commemorates on the 9th of August. In fact, the first was in 1956 when unbelievably brave South African women marched to the Union buildings to protest the law of carrying passbooks.
And interestingly, focusing on that and why that number is so significant, the number 9 in numerology, there we go, is said to represent inner wisdom through life experiences and struggles. So it really is a significant number, and South African women have more than earned the honor of a day dedicated exclusively to them. So let's give them that appreciation and love that they deserve by treating them to one of nature's most luxurious foods, the avocado.
With a little bit of beef. We're going to do some beef satay with avocado slaw and a sesame seed to round it all. Loving the flavor profiles here. I like the fact that it's fresh. I am wary of cooking steak on a skewer, so we're going to figure out the best way to do this today.
But tell me why.
I suppose because I like to seal the steak and kind of keep the integrity of that. But I think it's because I haven't tried enough and figured out the best way to do this. So I think this satay, I love satay. This is the great starting opportunity, hopefully quite forgiving. And of course, you've got the beautiful flavor profiles to kind of complement that. So, buddy, as a blind master,
I will just say that when you use red meats, I think over fire or anything, I mean, in my experience, make sure that you let that meat rest beforehand. Let it become completely room temperature.
Oh, for sure.
All right, can't be cold. And then again, this recipe can be adapted. You can use chicken if you want to as well.
For sure, yeah.
Because there's nothing like a good chicken satay as well.
But we want to get this right. We've got beautiful meat. Okay, so we've got
some like a coleslaw. You can put that as a bed for us.
Okay.
Okay. And what I want you to do is just get lovely avo over there and just chop it up for me.
Okay,
like
so
little blocks like that, if you can. Yeah. In the meanwhile, I've got some beautiful pieces of meat here that's blocked, and I've got some satay sauce. I mean, you can really go with whatever sauce you want, but I love that peanutty flavor that the satay
sure.
gives.
There's nothing quite like it, and I think that with the toasted sesame seeds is going to be
it's going to be wonderful.
Buddy.
Just like that. So you can let this marinate just a little bit down, but I mean, with the satay, it's such a good, strong flavor as well.
It's going to be there in spades, and we've got quite a nice fatty piece of meat as well, so you want that fat to render in. And I suppose the same principle still applies here. You want to seal on a very high heat and not overcook, kind of, try and render the fat to get flavor in, but not obviously overcook the fibers of the red meat, which you want to be quite tender. Okay, so I've got our little blockies, and I'm going to...
So you keep doing that, and then also just some spring onion that you can cut in there as well. All right, so here we go. I'm just going to skewer us some little bit of meat. Hands are clean. There we go. This is taking just a little bit of concentration.
I would do it properly.
Do it properly, he says.
Yeah, because I speak from experience. When you don't, and then the tragedy of losing a piece of beautiful steak that falls through the grill, we're not here for that.
This is true. There you go.
Okay, beautiful fresh avo, beautiful. I love it. I don't know if there's a sound. I need a bit of energy. I'm suffering here. I'm losing the energy. I've hit my wall. I've got to cut these.
We need a little
onions.
something.
I need like an energetic little ditty, a little something just to get the...
I wonder who we can ask.
Oh, yeah. Almost there, yeah.
Oh, there we go. Come on.
Wow. Sure,
That was nice.
That was beautiful. That was the most dramatic. Sure. I wish you could hear what's going on in my head. It's crazy. I'm just so...
Yeah.
Wow, this is the most suspicious spring onion I've ever encountered. I don't even know if it is spring onion.
But it looks good. It looks good. So while this one is going, we have a ready-made one, of course.
Okay.
All right. So we're going to pop this just on top like this.
Beautiful.
All right. A little bit of this sesame seeds right here.
Falling from heaven.
Just like so. A little bit of squeeze of lemon.
All right. I want this lemon to come from heaven, actually. I wonder.
Yeah. Beautiful. Wow. Yeah, no, I do.
Where's, hey?
That was good. I don't know how that happened.
Great today. I don't know what's going on, but I feel it.
That's fantastic. That's
morning,
fantastic. Dude, and there you have it. Beautiful chicken satay, little bit of lemon juice or lime juice or whatever you prefer, and
now,
you have a beautiful, healthy dish.
I don't want to be dramatic or anything. But oh, this guy is something special. No, there are 9 great reasons. Seeing as we focused on the number 9, 9 amazing reasons to add Avo during Women's Month. The first reason being for appetite. And we know green skin, the dark-skinned Avos, all in season right now, equally delicious and nutritious. Avos are also naturally cholesterol-free. And as a bonus, in heart health and maintaining healthy blood pressure, they've got all the good fats. Avocados are a nutrient-dense bomb. Them. They've got a unique combination of dietary fiber. They've got the healthy fats, as I was saying, vitamins, minerals, making them the perfect for brain health, for pregnancy, for nourishing your hair and your skin. Absolutely delicious as well, and great for controlling your energy. They make you feel fuller for longer.
Yeah, and it makes you feel like you just want to celebrate. Life,
man,
you know, with just being happy, and you know, we want to celebrate, of course, with music.
I want to feel
it's
cheerful
uplifting,
when I
and
eat.
of course, you want.
I'm going to taste this.
There we go. You see.
Wow.
Are you going to dig in there, my friend?
I don't know. I'm feeling something funny about this. Come to me, my friend.
Wow. How's that, my friend?
It challenged me.
Oh, did it?
Challenged my palate, but it's absolutely delicious. That
There we go.
satay sauce is off the charts.
Yes, come on.
Woo, I love it.
There you have it. Now, if you want to get your hands on the recipe, this really is delicious. I love it. Satay is one of my favorites. It was like my go-to kind of snack or meal when I lived in Asia as well, especially with this particular sauce, the chicken, the beef with that satay sauce.
Literally
It is
have it
phenomenal.
with
You can't go wrong. If you want to get your hands on the recipe, it's very easy. Our website is there just for you. It's got everything you need, expressoshow.com. And look at this beautiful, fresh
Lovely. So,
just
whether it's appetite, whether it's heart health, whether it's blood pressure, whether it's your eyes, whether it's your brain function, whether it's pregnancy, whether it's gut health, whether it's waistline or waisty, it doesn't matter what your motivation is. Well-nourished hair, skin, we've got 9 reasons to add an Avo for Women's Day tomorrow. But if you want more information and more Avo recipes, you can visit avocado.co.za. You can like at I Love Avocado SA.co.za on Facebook, and then follow at I Love Avo SA on Instagram. And again,
and there's a lot of inspiration.
Not to be dramatic, once again.
Baking is love made edible.
You can bake your way to a weekly cash prize of 5,000 Rand with Golden Cloud over the next 4 weeks.
Post a pic and recipe with your winter indulgence that you made with Golden Cloud and send it to our Expresso WhatsApp line or social media pages using that hashtag Golden Cloud Winter Treats.
Plus, you stand a chance of winning the grand prize of a KitchenAid stand mixer if you post a pic of you and your family baking with Golden Cloud on our WhatsApp line or any of our social media pages using that all-important hashtag Golden Cloud Winter Treats.
Don't forget to enter both separately from 12 July to 9 August, and T's and C's can be found on expressoshow.com.
It's my feel good.
Welcome back. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso right here on S3. And what a morning. What a couple of moments.
Best day ever.
We just had in the kitchen as well. And it's all because of the musical theatre actor and singer, Jonathan Rocksmith. He's here. He should be here every day, actually. He has returned now with his show Key Change at Theatre on the Bay. So make sure you book your tickets. Don't miss out, because this is something you do not want to miss. Jonathan, it's a pleasure, my friend.
Thank you, guys. I mean, it's you know, coming to Cape Town is always really, really cool. And at the moment, what we're seeing with audiences coming to our show is, if ever there was a time that people needed to have a good time, it's now.
It's now.
For sure. So yeah, like this is the fun sort of shameless part of the show. If you want to come and see the show, you're a good person. So all you have to do is phone 021 438 3301 for the box office at Theatre on the Bay, or go to Web Tickets. And yeah, we'll give you a show full of comedy, full of music, full of other things. But also what we have in the show is this next song. And it's one of the most beautifully written lyrics in all of rock and roll. People don't know that Jerry Lee Lewis wrote his own lyrics. And when people hear this, I really want them to listen to the poetry of what he says, because this is all about how somebody makes him feel, which I think is beautiful.
Yeah, this is how you make us feel, my friend. Take it away.
You shake my nerves and you rattle my brain. Too much of love drives a man insane. You broke my will, but what a thrill. Goodness gracious, cripples of mine. I loved in love because I thought it was funny. You came along and you moved me, honey. Changed my mind, this love's just fine. Goodness gracious, cripples of fire. Kiss me, baby. Should. You're fine, or so kind. Wanna tell this world that you're mine, 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 mine. I chew my nails and I trail my thumbs. I feel all nervous, but it sure is fun. Come on, baby, you drive me crazy. Goodness, I hope it don't break your piano this time. Should. You're fine, so kind. Wanna tell this world that you're mine, 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 mine. I chew my nails and I trail on my thumbs. I feel all nervous, but it joy is gone. Come on, baby, you drive me crazy. I'm gonna do it one more time, and hopefully this time I really can break.
best day ever. Best day ever. We love this guy. Get onto web tickets right now. He's at the Theatre of the Bay here in Cape Town. He'll be moving up to Monte Casino, I think, up in Johannesburg.
Yes, 9th to the 29th. And for that, you could call 011 511 1988, which is 5 years before I was born.
Oh, wow.
Look at that.
Try and
Look
do
at
the
that.
maths in your head. It's been spectacular having you here, buddy. Thank you for playing along.
Awesome.
As you always do.
Thank
We
you, guys.
absolutely love you.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely phenomenal.
Thank you to you, Bud, for playing along. It's been a lot of fun today and an incredible.
And you know what? Thank you to you, Graham.
Yeah.
Oh,
Thank you,
man.
They never thank the person who does the thanking.
Oh, thank you so much, man. Thanks, man. Thanks for thanking me.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Graham.
And thank you to all of our amazing guests today as well. We are here for Women's Day. We are here for her because it's Women's Year, okay?
Exactly. We also have one more performance for you after the show wraps live on Facebook and YouTube. So Jonathan's not going anywhere. We wish you a beautiful, beautiful day ahead, and we'll see you tomorrow, Women's Day, right here on your Feel Good Breakfast.
We love you. Thank you so much.
Nada. Feel Good production.
Welcome back to another live performance. After the live performance, so good to have you join us on Facebook and YouTube. We had to squeeze as much as we could out of Jonathan Rocksmith now that we've got him here. Buddy, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for sticking around. We've had a lot of fun this morning. I just wanted to ask, though, because I know we do kind of go on about the talent and all that, but I want to talk about your brain. Do you think your brain works differently? And I don't mean like personality-wise, I mean mechanically in terms of being able to remember this much musical information. How do you think you're able to handle the amount that flows through you, dude?
Well, I think, you know, in terms of what you take on, in terms of what you need, like if a student studies biology because they have a biology exam, somehow it kicks in, you learn that for what you need. So I find that my brain holds on to stuff that I need. And because I need the music, and that's also the music makes sense to me, so I can keep that in my head.
It's like a language. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
So it's the same thing as being able to speak any language that you've grown up with. I think when it gets difficult is when you have to hit certain marks. So on stage, you'll play a song, you've got a line here, there's a light there as well, you've got to look there. That's when it gets a bit much. But that's what's so great about the show that we have. The band that I have around me, like if anybody somehow has a moment where they have a brain fart and they forget, there's always somebody there to like be with you or remind you or pick up where you left. So it's
just, you can see music just flows through you, and that's, I mean, you are just incredibly talented. But on a more personal note, we know we've spoken about your show Key Change, that's doing incredibly well, and you're excited to doing this for a second time around as well. What's happening in your personal life, Boo? What is there to look forward to? What's the plans?
Personal life, so I think I should clarify this. I got a green card for the United States, and I posted about it, and then people started messaging me saying,
Dear
"Oh,
God,
we're so
no.
sorry you're leaving."
Don't.
So what people do need to know is that it's not a case of either or, ever. All it means is that my office just got a little bit bigger.
You're expanding.
And a little bit further, but my home is very much South Africa. And having traveled all over the place and performed for a lot of people over the world, our audiences are still the reason to stay at home.
I'm completely.
Hands down.
I mean, we're all at that phase of our kind of trajectory in the career here, where you can see the value. If anything, it's the growth areas here. But
Absolutely.
But also, I think, let's be honest, our generations we kind of feel like we do need to live in service to some degree. It's what we owe this country. Well, that's the way I've been able to rationalize it. It's given me so much. I need to kind of pour back into that. That being said, there is this international interest in South Africa at the moment. And you'd be shooting yourself in the foot by keeping yourself just completely kind of South Africa-centric. Do you feel that there is more opportunity for South Africans in the global landscape because we can bring them to us now? We don't have to go out there.
Yeah, I mean, in my business, in terms of, you know, also just touch the mic like a really unprofessional. You see, I told you last time.
You said music.
In my business, because Broadway is Broadway, you kind of have to go there. But the beauty of that is once you've done a Broadway show, like somebody like Amra Faye Wright, who's one of the longest, you know.
I worked with her on
there she was
Grease,
on
bro.
Broadway. Yeah, exactly. There she was, you were Sunny. I remember. So,
I stood out because I was the only guy who couldn't sing or dance.
In the stadium with Jeremy when he was, I remember, yes. And Craig, good old Craig. Yeah. So the thing about that is you go overseas, you do a show on Broadway as a South African, and all the kids here who are learning to be performers or want to be performers see that it's possible.
Yes.
So then what you do is make yourself available and you come back to let them know what it's like. So that kind of, not even a talk back, but that kind of skills sharing, I think, is important, especially in the arts that is so collaborative. So I look at it as an opportunity not just to fly a flag on Broadway, our flag, but also to bring everything that I learned home,
germinate,
and say, this is how. You know what the what is, but you don't know the how, so here it is.
I'm just picturing some poor young musical theatre aspirational wannabe looking at you doing that. So this is how you do it. Go for it. And they'll be like, okay.
No, but it's all the other stuff.
Yeah,
like, if you're going to be a Broadway performer, where are you doing your laundry?
Yeah, it's the social elements.
What do you do for the other 21 and a half hours of the day?
Yeah.
Not just the show. So it's
how are you going to eat? Buddy, we love you. We love everything you say. I'm going to say thank you to Craig Obani as well for being a part of my journey and playing such a dominant role and being my guy of what you're doing for other people.
Well, talk about Craig. That's what he did. Yeah. He went over to the West End with Buddy, and he came back, and if you tune in, you'll see him in The Sound of Music at Artscape in December. So there you go.
We are privileged to be living in a golden generation.
Yeah.
Golden generation. We love you guys. Thank you so much for sharing your talent and your just awesomeness with us. What are you going to play out with?
This is a piece of music called All of Me. It's by a guy called John Schmidt, and during lockdown, this went viral musically. And what's cool about this one is there's one direction later in the song, on the sheet music, that says, with your elbow, which as a music direction was enough for me to learn the piece. So this is it's called All of Me.
All right, Me by John Schmidt. Here's Jonathan Rocksmith. Take it away.
as a famous lady once said, it was shorter than you expected, but you arrived at the right time. Yeah.
We were a little bit late. Sometimes we are. Sometimes we are. It's all good. It's all
Jonathan, thank you very much, my friend. It's so good to see you, and it looks like you're doing well. You're looking good.
Thank you.
And it's been such a pleasure just having you on your Facebook.
Thank you so much. Oh, and a special shout out. The person who makes me look good, his name is David Harris. He's a fantastic tailor in Parkhurst. He's the guy if you ever need yourself a sparkly suit. Or...
Thank you, David.
Oh, for sure. Look, I know what it takes to stone, okay? I've been there, okay? I'm married to a dancer, okay? So there are Swarovski
you would know.
crystals probably embedded in my head. We will see you guys tomorrow. You will see him at the Theatre of the Bay. Get onto web tickets now. If you want to get your tickets, then he'll be moving up to Joburg in October. And never forget how much we love you.
We will see you soon. I just got to write a show just to come back here.
No.
We'll open
guys.
that. Love you guys. See you tomorrow. Well done, everybody. What a great day. What a great day.